Say again. I've got you patched through the soundboard now so the viewers can hear you.
Yeah, I was kind of mad at my friend's mom when they got me the Switch.
Yeah, Shadow recently got a Nintendo Switch Lite.
Yep.
Why did your friend's mom buy you one though, since
For putting up with her son.
that is probably the greatest thing I've ever heard someone say. Yeah, my friend's mom just bought me a
that's why
Switch.
she got it for me.
Is that true? Like, objectively true?
Yes!
What has he done to you?
That is the reason why she got it for me.
What has he done? What kind of a monster
That's
is
the
he?
thing. That's the thing. He's staying with us right now, currently.
Yeah.
Until they can get a house of their own.
Oh yeah, that's why you keep saying my friend has to work, so I can't use as much bandwidth right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So his mom bought me a Switch.
Dude, that's
for putting up with
awesome.
I'm like, you didn't have to buy me a Switch, lady. Sheesh.
By the way, I just recently found out you can totally just replay missions in this game that you've already beaten.
Yep.
I did not even realize that. Let me load my save game, because I did some recording a while back for thumbnails. I actually released a video on Instagram earlier today listing some things that I want to do on the stream soon. Including what I'm doing right now. But after this, I'm taking a break until Monday, but I was like, I might as well just go live.
Yeah.
So what games do you got for your new Switch?
Just Animal Crossing right now, and that's it. I'm trying to download Fortnite again, but it's not liking me at all.
See, one thing I will say is if you download Fortnite, if you can get it to work, it actually does not require you to have Nintendo Switch Online at all. So you can just play it regardless. It's not like Xbox, where it's like, no, we want it to be the exact... we want you to pay for the service if you're going to use it.
Yeah, I'm trying to download it, though. The only problem is it's not liking how to connect to my account.
Oh, it's not letting you log in. Oh, because you have an Xbox account, right?
Yeah.
What you could do... You're like only level 6 on there, though, right? And you don't have a battle pass, right?
No.
So you could just start a new account, and then, like, if you want to buy a battle pass, just do that.
That's what I'm thinking about doing.
I've got 2 Fortnite accounts, and even though I've got all my crap on... Go on?
Sorry, go ahead. I tried doing it on my Epic Games account, but it's like, oh no, you got it linked to another account. I'm like, no, duh, what the hell you think?
Oh, log in on the computer and you can unlink it.
Yeah, I did. I unlocked it.
I unlocked it.
Yeah, I unlocked it.
That's your specialty, is unlunking things.
Whatever unlocking is. Well, tell me how to find it now. If you know, I know.
Yeah.
I have no idea, so...
Yeah, by the way, if anyone sees me freaking, like, rub my nose like this and, like, do this, I know it's disgusting, but I popped a massive zit on my face right before I went live. And so I'm trying to wipe it off so there's not blood on my face.
Don't we all at some point in time?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know why. I have a habit of volunteering too much information when I'm live. And it's like, I didn't even have to say that. Why did I do that? But it's just kind of, it's just like how I am as well.
Yeah. By the way, Nate, I'm going to send you my friend code.
Okay, sounds good.
Discord.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since you only just need the everything after the SW bit.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. So right now I'm trying to escape from the police, but after I'm done doing that, I'll try and switch over to Trevor. Or no, I guess. No, yeah, I can switch while I'm wanted. Now I can. I want to switch over to Trevor and see what that crazy old coot is up to. That family-friendly crazy old coot, you know? That guy who we can all we can all relate to.
There you go.
Oh, he's stealing tacos from people. and then
Okay.
throwing them back at them. Oh, you sent it to me?
Yep.
Sweet. I'll have to,
Send me a friend request later on.
yeah. I wish freaking GTA 5 was on the Switch, by the way.
Actually, it is.
No, GTA 5 isn't on the Switch.
Yeah, it is.
No, Saints Row is.
Let me double check though, actually. 'Cause
Yeah,
I thought I saw something about it.
No, Saints Row is on the
Oh yeah,
Switch.
Saints Row the 4th and
Yeah.
3rd. Yeah, I remember now. Okay. That'd
Yeah.
been cool though.
I would like to get those as well, but if I get them, since I think all the Saints Rows are on 360,
Xbox.
aside from like the 4th or the 5th one.
Actually, I think 4th. Saints Row 4 is how far. Or yeah, they only got to the 4 so far.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying is I think all of them are on the 360 except for the 4th one, I believe.
Yeah.
And so I like to have all my games on one system if possible. That's why
Yeah, they don't have
Nintendo,
GTA
like,
5. Take it.
the Nintendo Switch Heavy is better. I don't disagree with you, Yo-Yo. The Nintendo Switch Heavy is a really good console. It weighs at least 2 tons, but it's only the size... Alright, it's only the size of an ordinary household cell phone, but it contains twice the power.
Oh no, I've seen worse. There's a computer I want one day,
Yeah.
but I can never get it because of what it was originally.
What was it originally?
It's a prize.
Oh,
Only
okay.
500 were made, and they had a whole raffle thing about it.
Uh-huh. And what was the
Guess
computer?
how much the tickets were for it? Guess how much the tickets were though?
How much?
$4,000 each.
Oh, well, that seems reasonable for something that you're not even promised to get if you buy it.
Well, here's the thing. We're talking about a computer called an Omega.
In Omega.
Yeah, I forgot the brand, the company that made it. But picture this. An Xbox One X,
Uh-huh.
Xbox 360, or a PS4,
Uh-huh.
and a Switch and a computer combined into one.
Oh,
system.
yeah, I've seen that. It's got this huge-ass chassis on it.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like the
I wanted one
girthiest
so
computer on Earth.
Yeah, I wanted it so badly, but I'm like, no.
To be honest with you, I feel like that's like a fun idea on paper, but then when you buy it, you're just
Actually,
like, what?
Go ahead, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, it sounds like a fun idea on paper, but it seems like it'd be really annoying to actually, like, have to switch between the three or something. Like, to me, it seems like less of a convenience in a way.
Well, here's the thing. They actually had a simple solution to that. You just flip a switch and there you go.
But
It's all on one HDMI. You just flip the switch over to what you want it to be.
But then if you put a disc into it, is it all one, like, CD drive or DVD drive or what? Like, how do they manage the physical media?
I think it's all one system, one drive itself.
Okay.
I don't remember very much of it.
If it's all one drive, then I can understand that then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They had one switch to it. That say, oh, I want to play Xbox One. Switch to Xbox One, put the disc in, there you go.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, that's what I think it was. But I wanted it once so badly. I'm like, dang it, $4,000 a ticket? I don't think so, buddy.
Yeah. $4,000 sounds like a steal to me. When you can,
compared to the
when you
computer
can just
itself,
buy.
it probably is.
I mean, like, I'm pretty sure you could buy like a PS4, Switch, and an Xbox One and a nice gaming PC for less than that.
Yeah, for less than that, yeah, true. But still, having all one combined, that been so cool though. No lie.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it would already be you know what I'm talking about. It would already be obsolete at this point, though.
Yeah, I know. Saying that, it'd been cool though. The computer part would have been obsolete, yeah.
Yeah, well,
But
that's
still
what I'm
been
saying.
Awesome.
I don't need
It was
you
still
to
been
work
awesome to have.
for me, 'cause I'm alright. I don't want you to tell me that I'm not very cool.
But yeah, I also have the Switch Online account too.
Yep.
$30 a month for me. Right
Yeah, it's like $5 for 1 month or something. And then you can...
Or for something a month.
Yeah, and you can
I
buy
think
an
for-
entire year for like $20, by the way.
$20, yeah.
And I need to do that at some point. I've just been like procrastinating because, to be honest, I haven't been playing much. Like, I haven't had the desire to play much of it anyways.
Yeah.
So I've just been like playing the games that I
That's
have.
kind of funny.
I'm gonna attempt to review Mega Man 11 on the next podcast episode that I do. Apparently,
Nice.
right here in the game, Trevor's having to go to some warehouse to meet this random guy who called him on the phone and was like, "Trevor, I think that you're a bad man." And he's like, "Okay." And that's pretty much it.
That's all.
Yeah, he's like, "You're a naughty boy. Come meet me at the warehouse. We can kiss."
Okay.
What?
5 minutes later. No. Like, come meet me at the warehouse. Okay.
Oh, it
You've
was
been a
Mike.
bad guy,
Mike
Trevor.
called him. Okay.
Shit, man. Yeah, I know. I take speed mostly. Look
That's
at
all
me.
he says. You've been a bad guy, Trevor.
Yeah.
And leaves.
You've been a naughty boy, Trevor. I'll have to
It just
take my
leaves, like-
belt off.
Yeah, I know. And they both walk away like, okay.
They both walk away entirely
I think
naked,
that's exactly what you want to do.
covered in canola oil.
Ooh, time.
Ooh woo. It's like Kaioken. It's like ooh woo X4 or whatever.
See his face that last time I popped it. Boom! Oh, lady!
RAR X3.
Notices
No,
your
it's
pulse.
RAR XD.
You back.
No, it's
I know
X3.
you.
It has to be
You?
X3
You
because
I
it's
don't
kind of
know.
like the seal
Sure.
Well,
lips.
until I see a reason otherwise, why don't we just keep it that way?
True.
Steve, what a pleasure, bro. Oh!
But yeah, I got Animal Crossing New Horizons on here.
You
It's not
got
bad.
ammo crossing. What kind of ammo
Yeah.
you crossing, boy?
Advertising pills for middle-aged men that can't get
I'm crossing
erections.
between a duck and a pig.
Devin
Not
Weston?
easy.
Very good friend of mine, so why don't you watch your tongue? Because let me tell you something.
Well, actually, no.
Gets
I'm
more
crossing
tail than,
duck, a chicken, and a turkey.
And a zebra.
No.
And a
duck, chicken,
chihuahua.
and turkey. You know why? Know why?
Where did we meet?
I want real life for
pal.
ducking.
Hey, oh, what are we doing here, huh?
This.
Look at I think my thing just off me was to get fear that.
He's
All right.
gone. It's okay, I've got some new friends here now.
This is Michael, and this
My phone's
This is
just
Trevor.
been doing its thing again.
our
Oh,
friend
your
here.
phone's just throwing a
He
fit.
claims he doesn't know
Yeah,
anything.
it's like, nope. You want to talk to him?
I
No.
don't know anything. Please.
But yeah,
You know about that.
the reason why I went across a turkey, a duck, and a chicken together, so I can get a true dirt ducking.
Yeah, true turducken.
Top man, good price, VIP.
Yep,
You know?
I want a turducken.
Sounds good. Sounds real good.
They are good.
Look at them. They're going to epic kill this guy.
So I need to know.
Have you ever had a turducken before, Nate?
Tell you.
No, it looks just like.
I told him.
I mean, it
what I
looks
tell you.
good, but
Huh?
it also
It
looks
is.
like the different meats wouldn't mix the right way to me. Like, it wouldn't feel right.
What is this?
It's actually pretty good. I had one before. My uncle did one, and
He works
one
at the
Thanksgiving. It's
consulate.
actually pretty good.
Oh,
All
all I
right.
know.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
Especially the deep fried aren't thing.
No.
You
I
two are
just
gonna drive up to Rockford Hills.
Just getting all that
And when we
part.
find out
He
which
based-
man is the
he,
man with the problem, you
wrote
put him
just
down.
that one.
Because I'm tired of these fucking nitwits at the agency.
Did my phone
taking all
just
the
cut out
glory.
again?
No, I can hear you. I'm just listening to a cutscene, so I'm like,
Good time, buddy.
Sorry, I was about to say, I hope my phone didn't cut out again on me.
no, you're good. I got like hyper focused for a sec on the cutscene.
This is cool.
They're
Yeah, I'm trying to
basically
get it.
threatening to torture this guy.
Rockford Hills.
Let me give you a little bit of advice.
Yeah,
Chinese water is perfect.
Chinese water torture.
Yeah, that's the perfect thing to do.
That is such a disturbing idea. Warning, this game may not be suitable for any audience. Do not drive like Nathan. Well, looks like I won't be sleeping tonight. What is up, Jacob? Welcome to the stream, man.
Don't drive like me either. Trust me.
Yeah, this is how I drive in real life. This is why I don't have a license.
Nah. The reason why I don't have a license, just say the sidewalk is very game.
I mean, like, the sidewalk is basically an extension of the street anyways. It's like the splash zone, you know?
Yeah.
It's like when Gallagher smashes a watermelon, it's the splash zone, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I am so intoxicated. It's an epic. I see you shaved. Yes, indeed I have.
Hooray.
I look like a big baby now. And I also look 10 years younger.
Hooray.
Every time I shave in my real life, people don't know how to feel about it, and it's hilarious. Because for me, it's like, no, my beard was just getting itchy and too long. No, I can't call you Santa anymore. Come on, you can still call me Santa. I'm like Tim Allen before he like murdered Santa Christ, and then put on his suit. What would you do if you witnessed Tim Allen murder Santa Claus? What would you do, Shadow?
I would call 911 and say I witnessed a murder.
911, I just saw Tim Allen kill Santa. Sir, have you been drinking tonight? No. I'm
How
fine.
old are you, sir?
12.
So you sound like you're 26.
There's a really funny Robot Chicken bit where the kid walks up and he says, I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus. And the guy like smashes his fist on the dinner table and he's like, what the hell? And she's like, no, please, no, I love him. And he's like, you're gonna pay for this. And he goes and he kills Santa Claus and it's freaking hilarious, dude.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Oh, it's so hilarious. I would get naked and scream to that sketch any day.
Oh, by the way, Nate,
Yeah.
you know what they have on Switch for $14.99?
What?
Episode 1 Pod Racer game.
Yes, I saw that. I saw
Like,
that.
dude, I so want it just for nostalgic reasons.
It's also on Steam.
I know. I want it for nostalgic reasons, though.
Yeah. I do too. I mean, technically, like, I could probably find a way to just, like, download it on Dreamcast, but I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Like, Dreamcast is a website, or a console. Wait, do you guys have space? Yeah, you can join me in VC if you want.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm good.
Yeah, talking to Jacob there. You fool, I am the true Santa, says Yo-Yo. You know, you're right, and I'm sorry.
I'm the true Santa.
You
I'm the
fool.
one with the beard.
Make sure you don't silence him just to make sure.
For silencing someone,
What was that?
silencing the right someone. Get me another address. Hey, you want a coffee?
Yeah. This is my mom saying that she put Peanut back in the kennel. Yeah, she was saying she put Peanut back in the
Hey,
kennel.
Mom.
Oh, she's gone now.
And go to work on it.
Dang it.
Where do we start, eh, buddy?
Oh, God.
Say hey. That's somebody said to us, said hey.
Alright, so we're torturing this
not
guy,
who I am.
apparently. Oh,
That's it.
God.
No idea who I am, so I said hi.
Alright. She vaguely knows who Scott is. This mission, yeah, I can kind of tell. Oh no, not my tooth.
Not my toofies. Yeah, I'm trying to get Pokemon Sword and Shield, or
Yes.
Pokemon Shield one
No.
day.
Yes. No. Yes. No. Oh, I may take your tooth. I may not. What's the matter, little baby? Why you keep pulling your own tooth, little baby? You gonna piss your pants? Go. You gonna piss yourself, boy? What's the matter, little boy?
Yeah, I'm thinking about
This
getting
little
Pokemon
toothy
Shield
went to
one
the
day.
market?
That'd be fun.
This little toothy stayed home. And this little toothy went wee all the, gosh dang it, I keep hitting the home button on accident. All the way home.
Keep
Oh,
hitting the home
baby.
button.
Oh, what a zesty
That's
little
not
tooth.
helpful, dude.
I'm gonna put this in my soup.
Being able to talk.
Jesus
Now like
Christ.
Tooth soup.
Phillips, ask him about Tahir Javan.
This tooth fairy's gonna be happy today, huh?
Yeah, man. It's gonna be very late epic. And stinky.
With all them toothies.
Yeah, all them precious little toothsies.
Dad, you hear him? Lives in
Yeah, he likes to eat them.
the Western Highway.
What time does the Tooth Fairy visit and reap your soul, Tooth Hurdy?
That's funny.
Pedora is what Yo-Yo's saying in chat.
Coffee breaks.
What?
Yo-Yo in chat saying Pedora. I don't know what that means.
Pandora.
No, he's saying Padoru or something like that. Oh, we
You know
must
what?
go to Chumash. Sounds so
I can't go to your stream without hearing it.
without hearing
Dang
what?
So how are Steve and Trevor getting along?
I was gonna go to stream, but I can't.
Why not?
He's got his uses.
I'm not in front of a computer or anything.
Ah, okay.
Then what?
I'm in my room chilling.
You could go take someone else's computer.
What about it?
Not like someone in your family, just like your neighbors.
Let him walk. You said
Just like walk. Don't even
I
knock.
got a
Just
neighbor.
walk in their house and be like, "Yo, I need to borrow this."
I ain't got a neighbor.
I'll give it. Oh, do you live out in the country?
No, the neighbor moved out.
Oh, then then they
I'm
won't
good.
mind you taking their computer then, because they're not there.
They don't have a computer there anyway, so I'm like, dang it!
No,
Not
it's
everything they
what.
call
What
that
if you
because
broke
of-
like? By the way, this is a bit for anyone listening, but what if you broke into your neighbor's house and all that was there was a computer in the middle of the living room?
Oh, so that's you who's been sending.
What would
Wouldn't be
you
the
do?
first time, wouldn't be the last.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time you broke into a home with only a computer. Specifically,
Yeah.
Yo-Yo's
Yeah.
saying test.
The trainee's right.
Brr.
How'd that get started?
A few years ago, a letter came to the federal prison system addressed to Brad. Wasn't
No.
Oh, the part Pitonics has a new song out. Sweet.
I have no idea who that is.
You don't know who Pentatonics is?
Oh, Pentatonics or whatever.
Yeah.
This'll do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
new
sing
song
the
out.
Christmas songs.
Find out who we're looking
Yeah.
for.
They got a new one out.
Yeah, we need a
They sing
the
"Marriage
party's
Do
over.
You Know."
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
care of it. Loosen him up.
That was actually one of my
Married, did you
favorites by them.
know?
Loosen him up.
That was actually one of my favorites. No lie.
Yep. Oh, I can
You know
pick
that,
my next torture weapon.
You know the original bass singer left?
I don't know. I don't pay much attention to him. I just like the Christmas
Okay.
music.
Alright, the one that gets like super low with the beard. He left the band because he wanted to stay with his family and such more. I'm like, I don't blame him.
You're a silly
So
goose.
it's a whole new people. It's a whole new person.
I'm gonna clamp your nipples.
I mean, Hasbro watermelons right now.
I love this mission. It's so stupid. Bull. Dude, he's got some freaking pepperoni nipples now.
Hmm.
Got some burning pepperoni nipples.
Well, he might need to go to the hospital.
No, it's fine. It's good for you.
Hey. Now? Huh? Now? You ready to talk?
What's up, Jacob?
I got kidnapped.
Oh, what's up, Jacob? How you feeling, man?
Yeah. This guy we're after. What is he looking
Can't hear
like?
Jack, dude. There we go.
I was like middle age.
Yeah. It sounds like you're stalling. This better be enough. Middle age,
My
middle
phone
height,
go out?
middle build.
No. I'm listening to a cutscene at the moment.
Look around. That enough for you?
Just make sure my phone didn't go out.
You're my eyes, Townley. What do you see? I see a couple guys
Okay, can you hear me, Jacob?
too fat to be doing a police
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sweet,
There we go.
sweet.
Objective, okay?
I'm just having a drink of water.
When I need an
Oh,
A
okay.
drink of water. Nice.
What?
We're live.
How are you two doing?
Oh, wait, drink of water. I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing great.
You might be a
Yeah, I'm good too.
giant. Oh, I know. What's one look
They look Easter.
You sound kind of a little bit out of there.
like? Easter.
He sounds tired. It's probably super late for him or super early.
That's what I was about to say.
12:27 a.m.
Oh, that's why.
Good morning. It's the start of a new
Literally,
day.
Good morning.
Good morning.
No, but it's fine.
Good
I got
morning.
nothing to do tomorrow.
You have what?
You mean today, right?
today. I have nothing to do today.
Oh, okay.
I'm a day ahead of you. I know the future.
Yes.
It's already
You know
Thursday.
everything that's going to happen.
Yeah.
When does Shadow die?
Not within the next 12
2
hours.
minutes.
Too late, I repeat, y'all. I died.
By the way, to anyone in chat, I saw Yo-Yo earlier typing the word testing. The stream is on a 5-minute delay now, so it's going to confuse people in chat for a little bit. So, Jacob, what torture weapon should I use for this guy? Should I use needle nose pliers, a car battery on his nipples, gasoline, or a big, like, plumbing wrench? A big ratchet.
Car batteries.
Car
Of
battery?
course, go with the classic, dude.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
classic
I have
trademark
seen
car batteries.
This mission is the only one I've seen before someone do because it was quite controversial back
What?
when it first got released.
Why was
And
this
it's
controversial? Late, I know, Yo-Yo. I said that he hasn't heard it yet, but that's actually. Also, he's very smart that he was able to tell exactly that the latency is about 6 minutes, 5-6 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this mission is messed up.
Huh?
It's messed up. You're just torturing this guy, and then I don't know. I don't want to spoil the rest of the mission, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm watching
which
it and I'm
mission
playing
he's
it. I don't know why
I know
this.
which mission he's on too. It was horrible. But the one I think that they should
Yeah.
still at it was the Chinese water torture.
Yeah.
See,
Gonna
for
be
me,
on classic on that one.
I'm looking at this and it's not bothering me because I don't sympathize with this character at all. He's just like a random drug dealing thug who got captured, and I don't know anything about him. It's similar to when they kill off a character in a movie. I don't know them.
I hate seeing pain. I can't look at pain or watch people.
I can't handle seeing Saw levels of torture where like
Oh no.
like Saw
No.
is Saw and like the Human Centipede disgust me as movies.
The only
Yeah.
horror movie I've watched is It, the first one, but not the original one, the like 2016 one.
I
I
actually
couldn't watch it.
I like the original because it's stupid. Like I like stupid horror movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say the crappy
I hate
version.
horror
Gotcha.
movies. My movie taste is so basic. It's basically anything The Rock features in.
I mean, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
My favorite, honestly, this one may sound wrong, but my favorite horror movie ever, The Bird.
That's not wrong. The what's the guy who directed Psycho? What's his name?
I don't remember that. I don't remember his name.
It's that guy. All right, which torture method
Yeah.
should I use now? I've used the pliers and the car battery. Gasoline or the wrench?
Ranch.
Okay,
yeah,
wrench.
save gasoline for last, dude.
Yeah. Save gasoline for the epic conclusion.
The fireworks.
Yep. Save the gasoline for the
Oh
fire.
no, my knee is covered in sketty sauce now. Whatever will I do now, Papa? Oh, what's the matter, little baby?
Big sketty.
Little snaggletooth baby with pepperoni nipples and a sketty sauce covered knee. You gonna cry? You gonna pierce yourself,
Yes.
little baby?
Already did.
Man, little baby?
Already did. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Beat you to it.
Little baby gonna pierce himself?
Nate, I
What's
already
up?
beat you to it. Have a nice day. Oh, that was funny. Yeah, my stomach was not happy with me earlier today.
What did you eat?
I had the new Taco Bell thing, which is a
There's a new Taco
It's a-
Bell thing?
yeah, it's a grilled cheese burrito.
Grilled cheese burrito.
I'd buy that.
I would buy it
It is
too.
good, but if you have no gallbladder, do not eat it.
Yeah. Taco Bell sounds like the type of food that you eat when you're like lonely and sad for me. Like comfort
Yeah,
food.
hungover.
That too. We're lonely and
so
sad
good.
or hungover. Either way.
Yeah, I guess that too, but I don't drink, so I don't understand the feeling entirely. Like, I generally know what it is. Like, you get a horrible migraine and you feel like crap.
Oh, dude, I got hungover majorly one time, and I swear I'll never do it again. I mixed my colors one time, and I'll never do that
You
again.
just said you mix your colors?
Yes.
Okay, the game's having me snipe someone, but I don't know who the freak to snipe. I don't know
Oh,
if
is
it's...
it this guy smoking? They'll describe them, I think. It's someone smoking a certain pack of cigarettes.
a certain pack of cigarettes, eh?
I think he has a beard as well. They will describe him on the phone.
I think that was
Yeah.
him. If not, I guess he'll just... Nope,
You got
no,
the
I
wrong
just
guy.
failed the mission because I'm hearing him say, "Why are you shooting?"
Yeah, I think you gotta wait, and then they just give you instructions on the phone.
Oh, well, I wasn't paying any attention. I was just listening to y'all. So I was
Well,
like,
there's
why
your
did I
problem.
fail?
Well, there's your problem. You gotta pay attention, Nate.
Yeah, come on.
So you are aware,
Wanna
yes. Okay, let me... It's Uncle Smokey.
Okay, let's see what I got. What do I got? I got oh, we got a new thing.
Ah, I see someone. He
Listening
fits
to your
the profile.
podcast with
Yep,
Zach, or
fits it
Z
all
as
the
the
way.
actual name is,
I got a
how I
good
just
feeling.
discovered,
About as good as you can
made
get.
me
Walk with-
realize how old GTA actually is, or like
What the
GTA
hell?
5.
Say again?
That was the
Listening
guy.
to the podcast made me realize how old GTA actually is, or GTA 5.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
What?
why in the world am I holding
Well,
a dang
we-
snake?
Got him.
Especially a garden. Okay, I was about to
Okay,
say.
so I shot him. He was the guy in like a red shirt.
Excellent work,
He's
Trevor.
Uncle
Garden.
Star Trek.
Got a racquetball game to get to, so Trevor, if you take care of Mr. K, I think we're all set.
Why is it every freaking time it's a red shirt, dude?
I would say he's outlived.
Because they're the security officers and they're oftentimes just extras. This part of the game is
Still,
messed
Nate,
up.
even
Not.
in the game.
Yeah,
you got a red
Yo-Yo.
shirt.
Yo-Yo says my exact thoughts. This part of the game is messed up, not the entirety of the GTA series. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I haven't seen enough of it to actually know enough about it to make a judgment on it.
Look at this poor guy. He's just setting him free after torturing the crap out of him. Like, go on, run along, you little scamp.
That's what I don't like about it. They torture him, and then he gives them the information, I think. And then they just let him free.
I mean,
I'll
it's
say,
better
okay,
than
you
killing
got it now,
him. Because the thing is, he's
No, I would've
probably...
killed him.
He's gonna have, like, knee issues or something for the rest of his life, and his nipples are gone.
No, I
But
would have killed him, though. No,
why? Why would you kill him? He didn't...
Because he'll snitch on you afterwards.
True.
But he would snitch on you when you're knowingly torturing him. Like, you deserve to be snitched on.
That's what I'm saying.
Masks are uncomfortable, so I wouldn't wear a mask to torture him. I want to see the pain in his eye.
Dang, dude.
Have you been torturing people since COVID, Jacob? What's up with you?
Yeah,
What
I
do you mean?
mean,
You haven't?
I've been practicing on the dead bodies.
Okay.
Nice.
Jesus.
You're flying a long way from this country and you're gonna spread
Okay, then I got one question for you.
What? Me or
That's when
Jacob?
I had a body. Jacob, since you've been practicing, would you say the best way to get rid of them afterwards if they accidentally, quote unquote, accidentally die? Burn them or what? What do you think?
Burn them or throw them in the sea. Make it look like they drowned.
Burn them in the sea.
Yes.
There you go. Okay.
Put them on a boat and then put the boat
So give 'em a
on
Viking
No, don't do that.
Give them the Viking barrel.
Fill the sea with oil, then light it on fire, and then throw them in. Thank you for that
Entire
follow,
Atlantic
Phoenix
Ocean.
Murray 20, by the way. Welcome to the community, my dude.
There goes the entire ocean.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll be like the oil ocean in Sonic 2 or 3.
But then the US would invade the ocean.
I like how
if
they
there
didn't
was
even
oil.
give this guy his shirt back. He's just supposed to buy a plane ticket walking up with his pepperoni nipples. He's like, I have
Wait,
no
how is he
nipples.
walking out when they doesn't have issues with knees now?
He's got one screwed up knee, but his other one's fine, so he can kind of like hold on to things and limp his way through. The thing is, they
Poor
tortured
dude.
the crap out of him, but he's not really gonna die. He's just gonna be crippled, essentially.
I feel like I don't know if that's worse, but I feel like for me that'd be frustrating, definitely.
To be honest with you, the way that he's crippled is he's just gonna limp his whole life. It's not like he's in a wheelchair or anything, so...
Actually, I mean, if you want to put it in perspective with Zach's story, he was crippled, but not by being tortured, by being in a
I
car
mean,
accident.
it
he
sounds
made
like
a
torture
great
to me.
life.
I showed one of my parents
It
that
does.
video because I clipped that and put it on Instagram and Facebook, and actually I DM Zach like, yo, dude, I feel weird about this. Can I have your permission to clip this Jaw story? Because I didn't know how intense it was. He told me the abridged, like, Cliff Notes version before, where he's like, oh yeah, I got in a wreck and my jaw went through the steering column and I lost my jaw and they had to replace it. Yeah, listen to the podcast I recently did, Shadow.
Yeah,
like,
Shadow, that was listening to that. That's messed. That
oh
was
my
messed
god,
up
Zach
for me.
was, I think Zach may have been one of my favorite guests. The only issue I had was he was not into the news segment. At least he didn't seem to be. He told me he actually didn't mind it, but it seemed like he wasn't into most of the stories I was reading about. But I think he was also in a bad mood as well, because
Yeah,
he was
maybe.
dealing with
I don't know.
external things.
Yeah.
You'll hear it
Yeah.
when you get to that part of the podcast. Oh, there's just a guy here trying to kill me.
I also enjoyed the CGN stories with the server trying to screw him over and stuff.
Yeah, that was fascinating. His web host just
Yeah.
trying to screw him.
Yeah, but I'm still like 20 minutes or 30 minutes left, so I'm not. Don't spoil me.
What?
Well, I've been busy with other things, so.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I was paying attention
Yeah.
to the game for a sec. What'd he say?
He's saying
I
he's got some leftover to watch and such.
Oh, yeah.
So don't spoil him.
Oh, yeah, I won't. But yeah, I clipped that whole
But yeah.
story, and it's on Facebook and Insta for anyone who wants to check it out.
I'll check it out later if I can find it.
I also posted a little Insta stream on the Discord earlier. It was only like 10 minutes, though.
Yeah.
Just a little generalized
By the
channel
way,
update.
Jacob, if in case you didn't know, I got me a Switch Lite now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it on the Discord. That's
Yeah, I'm
probably
happy.
lit.
By the way,
Is it
anyone
actually
watching, if
good?
you want to join my Discord,
Yeah.
go to streamer links or
wonder-
go to !Discord. We're all very friendly and none of us are racist.
We are great people.
Speak for yourself, buddy.
I love saying stuff like that. Cause like no one says we're not racist in that way unless there's something horrible that they partake in. Oh my god. I had a viewer DM me on
I got
Discord.
claimed as racist, okay?
Well, what I
Because
mean,
of
what I
friggin'
mean
flag
is
in my
no one.
house.
What I mean is no one randomly says that without being asked a question or challenged. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
true.
if it's not a part of the conversation and you're just randomly like, I didn't do anything wrong. In general, it's like, that's weird. Why do you say that?
Never start a sentence with saying I'm not racist and then follow up with but. That's never a good idea.
I mean, is there a circumstance where that could be considered socially acceptable? Because like, normally I feel like discussions of race are really hard for people to have, but like,
Yeah.
normally I'm open-minded to hear people's perspectives on things, but it is kind of, I can't think of a single example of that where I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, not really.
Like, oh man.
Well, me and my friends joke around like that anyway, so.
Well, yeah, that's a joke though. I mean, like, legitimately saying it though.
Not really, I don't think.
Nah. There's no true way of doing that.
Yeah, I don't think there is either. I mean, I guess if you're talking about like an individual and something they did or something, I mean, even then it's like I can't. Yeah, I guess you just
Yeah.
can't do that.
Yeah.
But anyone
I saw you
watching,
chop down a tree, great.
what's up?
Gotta chop down a tree.
A cherry tree for your false teeth?
Funny thing is, I literally have cherry trees around my house.
And you need
on
false
this game.
teeth as well, dude. It's the perfect plan. Shadow, we've got things figured out.
I'm playing Animal Crossing right now.
I'm tapping Y rapidly, and Trevor just he's being pursued. The cops are pursuing him, and I kept tapping Y, so he kept getting in and out of the car. Like, what do I do? What do I do?
Go ahead, tap in Y and find out.
Yeah. You whore.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You can't say anything.
Want to bet? Anything.
I know one should never question the realism of GTA, but imagine having 5 stars being chased by helicopters and all you have to do is change the color of your car and they leave you alone.
I mean, I feel like that would work IRL. I would do that. If I kill a man, I'm gonna immediately go to the automotive shop and be like, paint this blue while I'm in pursuit by the police.
You're wanted. I know. Paint it blue, dang it.
Yeah.
But long term.
No, what I'll do, I'll get house paint, you know, like I'll get like paint for the wall of your houses. Stuff that's not meant for cars and just like slap it over the freaking car and be like, no, now I'm not wanted anymore.
No, I know one better. Saints Row. The way you get your cops off your back,
You get naked.
literally change clothes.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly like a Clark Kent Superman situation. It works in real life too.
Exactly. Like,
That's why they never caught the Zodiac killer. He had like a briefcase filled with Hawaiian shirts, and he just like changed them every time he killed someone. It's like, oh man, they're on to me.
Zodiac killer.
Huh?
Who's the Zodiac killer?
I mean, I don't know if did they ever actually find him? Because I think they found someone who they theorize was him, and he's like a 70-year-old former police officer. And the reason why they think it is because he would know how to avoid the police for 70 years. Or for like 50 years or something.
it's been a while since I heard about him anyways, so
I don't
remember
know.
anything on him.
I don't know.
Apparently they found out that Madeleine McCann is supposed to be in Germany now,
Who is that?
which they released recently.
Who's that?
Who?
Oh, Madeleine McCann is a like 11-year-old girl who got kidnapped and had a whole Netflix series made about her and stuff.
She's been kidnapped. What should we do? Make a Netflix series. That's the logical
No,
step.
The theory is that one of the theories is that the parents kidnapped her or had a kidnapped.
How does a parent kidnap
Because
their
they
own
make-
child?
Instead of searching for they paid people to kidnap her, because instead of searching for her, they wrote a book about it and are now doing book tours.
Yeah, I did hear about
That's really gross sounding. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You hear about that? You remember Balloon Kid?
Yes.
So, do you know about that story, Jacob?
No, but I'm thinking of the movie Up.
It's worse.
So there was a kid. I think his parents allegedly put him in like an air balloon or something, right? And so this was all like, basically they got on the news and they got sympathy and fame for this crap, and then they found out later that the kid was just hiding in the attic. And the parents tried to write it off like, wow, how wacky is this? And what ended up happening was like the kid like lied on the kid, like he didn't lie, he told their lie on the news and was like, I don't know why we're lying about this, dude. Like, I was just in the attic. And then the dad got all embarrassed, like, he's just a jokester. And it's like, no, I'm pretty sure that means something.
Hey, Nate, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Purple or pink? Which one?
Purple? I kind of like purple better as a color.
Okay, thank you.
Oh. Okay, well, that just happened. So,
I was about to say,
That was on my end. I just looked down at the phone and it disconnected and then reconnected for a sec.
Yeah,
Carson, the chess player's live and casually chatting, apparently. Yeah, we all know of Carson, the chess player. I mean, who can't? It's the ghost of Johnny Carson come from beyond the grave. He's interviewing,
Johnny.
what's the name of that woman that was basic?
Johnny.
What's the name of that female comedian woman who she almost felt like the female Donald Trump to me? And not in terms of politicalness, but her personality. Like Joan Rivers. I think that's... Yeah, Joan Rivers. He's playing chess with Joan Rivers as a spirit.
Never heard of her.
I think you'd know her if you saw her. She's like a famous comedian woman, but she's a New Yorker, right? And because she's a New Yorker and she's got that voice and that tone and that style, she reminds me a lot of Donald Trump, as much as people would be like, that's not right. It's like, well, their personalities are very similar. She's super hot-headed. There's like one time I saw an interview with her where she randomly just started screaming at the woman and was like, I'm done, because she asked her an uncomfortable question. It's like, do you expect all interviewers to ask you easy questions all the time?
Have you heard of the new politician called Kanye West? He's brand new, apparently.
Oh,
For president.
God.
You know what? I'm not gonna
I think he
lie.
makes music too.
I'm not
Yes,
gonna
he
lie.
does.
I hope Kanye becomes the president. I just want to see people's response, because people haven't shut up. People have not shut up about our current president for 4 years, to the point
I
where
got
the
one.
media won't stop. I want to
I got
see
one for
Kanye. I want a meme president. A president
yeah.
that is only president because the internet decided it. Like, this
Nate,
is
I
the
got one
meme.
for
That
you.
he would make the White House Wakanda.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Hey, I got one for you.
What?
Who would you vote for? Kanye or Snoop Dogg?
I mean, probably Snoop Dogg, since he seems more chilled
Kanye.
out, and Kanye would probably start a war with Korea.
Yeah, but Snoop Dogg was on a murder trial. I feel like that's not good.
Yeah, that means he knows how to do war, though.
Exactly.
He knows how to take care of the enemies of America.
Also, he's high 24/7.
Yeah,
Kanye
I mean,
is-
he'll smoke a doobie with Putin, and then they will be at peace with Russia.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, these are good
Imagine that's
ideas,
all it
guys.
takes.
I mean, this is her place and the fornicate? Mr. Raspberry Jam? Whoa.
That'd be the perfect one right
Mr.
there. It's like,
Raspberry Jam.
Snoop Dogg or Kanye? Which one do you think?
Yeah, he can give all his press speeches as raps.
Bringing great joy to a lonely man. I ain't got a very big penis.
I can imagine Snoop's first campaign speech. Smoke weed every day.
I can see that. What do you think Kanye's first speech would be then? I feel like he'd go on random tangents about Martians. Then he'd
Yeah.
kind of like wander off camera for a sec, and then he'd get all like he'd get mad about something, and he'd run off of the stage in anger and just leave.
I don't know. It's gonna be. I hope he's gonna get a PR team, but I don't think Kanye is the type of guy to get a PR team.
I don't, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think politicians are horrible with PR right now anyways. They don't know how to shut their mouths when they should. All of
Yeah.
them, including right, left, every party needs to learn when they should shut the hell up, to be honest.
I feel like
Yeah.
Trump's PR team, or Trump's PR in general, is going to be a lot better than Kanye West.
I don't know. I feel
Literally-
like Trump's
He
PR
literally
team is
said
probably...
slavery is a choice.
I feel like Trump's PR team, like, they go to freaking Catholic confession and they're like, I don't know what to do, Father. I'm on edge. I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna hurt myself. I can't do this, Father. Like, they have to be suicidal since their job is so hard constantly. There's no way.
What you got for me? Like I said,
I can tell you one thing: I'm never gonna be doing presidential campaigns or anything like that.
I would edit a video for a presidential candidate. Like, I would do video work for one.
to steal.
I'll
Since-
never be one myself.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, hell no. But I would work with one. Like,
You know, I
that's
say
the
that,
interesting thing when I hear content creators be like, this person's a sellout. They sold their soul. I'm like, I don't know. It depends
I got
on
money
what
for
they
it.
did, because there's some things where it's like, no, I don't. This thing that someone did doesn't reflect their beliefs.
Like pornography or a
Do you
Exactly.
guys think Kanye would actually has realistic chances of winning if he does actually enter the race?
Well, did Trump have realistic expectations of winning when he entered? Because he had actually tried 4 times in the past.
through the port of Los Santos.
I feel like we're at a point where, like, freaking Ronald Reagan wasn't likely, since all he was a film star than a
Asshole.
governor. Like, at this point, I feel like anyone with a large following and who can pay for ads could do it. I can't believe you picked that color. Leaves call and unfriend, says Yo-Yo. I'm so sorry.
Anything that might indicate
Sorry, Yo-Yo. Have a nice day.
Yes.
Okay, have a good day.
Goodbye. Have a beautiful time.
security consultant,
Exactly.
private army.
I'm like not paying any attention to the story of the game right now. I was just listening to the characters talk about how one of them has a small wiener or something. And that's like the last thing I actually heard was like, I don't have a very big penis, boss, or something like that. And I'm like,
In the port.
okay.
What are they guarding?
Well, I'm still targeted.
One freighter? I guess now that you mention it, it ain't quite right.
Hungry eyes.
Yeah, finally got a rock.
On board.
One look at you and I can't disguise I've got.
Won't let you anywhere
Yeah, I got more rock.
We need to remake that song and have it be Hangry Eyes.
I don't give a shit about Ralph.
We should.
It's just a couple
Make it
arguing.
so.
Magnus Carlsen is a real chess player. Yeah, Johnny Carson. Magnum Condom is a real chess player.
By the way,
What?
as Picard would say, make it so.
Take a look at that as well.
Yes.
At one.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, so I posted about this on Parlay the other day, but there's some episodes of Star Trek that have the shittiest endings, like the least satisfying endings I think I've ever seen in my entire life. I watched an episode yesterday where Wesley Crusher gets in trouble for lying about something, and the episode literally ends with him talking to Picard looking for comfort, and Picard's like, he's like, I feel horrible, and Picard's like, you should feel horrible. You lied and you were wrong, and now you're gonna have to face the consequences of what you did. And then he basically tells him he kept him honest, aka Picard threatened Wesley and said, I will tell the truth if you don't. So he said, you can't lie anyways. So he forced his hand anyways. It's a situation where there's nothing he could have done but tell the truth. And then he's like, I just kept you honest. And then it fades to the credits. He's like, he tells him that a year of his credits at Starfleet Academy are done. So basically, he basically says, you should feel bad. Also, you're fucked for the next year. Everyone here also remembers what you did. But I'm glad you were honest when I didn't give you a choice. Have a good day. And he walks away. And it fades to the credits after that. That's not a joke.
Yeah, I've
Maybe
seen
that
that.
was the
I've
style
seen
at
that
the
episode
time.
actually.
Yo-Yo says society has already fallen. Let's go to the bottom. Meme president. Exactly. That's what we need for 2020. We need the worst president humanly possible.
I want Kanye West Yeezy's President Edition.
Oh my God! I want Kanye and Snoop. No. Listen. I want Kanye West and Snoop Dogg to be running against each other, so they have to rap battle.
That's what I'm saying.
Instead of a political debate, they have a rap battle.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
Yeah,
Kanye
and
or Snoop
Eminem.
Dogg. Oh no, Eminem.
Eminem would put.
Oh,
Eminem would get us in every war ever. Like he would be worse than Kanye whenever it comes to that stuff.
Imagine Eminem and Putin 1-on-1 in a ring, rap battling. Insane.
Epic rap battles of history. Vladimir
Dude.
Putin
That'd
versus
be awesome.
Eminem.
Did you guys see
Begin.
Putin do judo?
Is that real?
It is real.
That's
He's a black
awesome.
belt, and it's actually quite hilarious watching a president fight very young men just because he can. And he
I mean,
actually
he
makes
probably does that to make sure people know, like, yo, I'm not just a pushover. I will
Yeah.
fight you if I have to.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like,
being
if,
true.
dude, if I saw Trump, like, pick up a freaking scrawny nerd by the scruff of his neck and be like, what did you say about me? And freaking, like,
got
lift
Carl,
him. Like,
yay.
Donald
Okay,
Trump's,
sorry.
like, 6'5", isn't he? How tall is Trump? Imagine him, like, picking you up by one hand by your neck like the freaking Hulk and then being like, what did you say to me, with his, like, butthole mouth? His puckered little, like, butthole mouth. And then he, like, body slams you through concrete and causes a shockwave around you. Like, I would never mess with him. I would never mess with America. I'd be afraid he'd, like, hop on a plane like in the end of Independence Day. What was that?
But I run that prick over in this thing.
I was gonna say that I heard the craziest conspiracy theory about Trump and his son Barron. Something about time travel.
Okay.
It was mad.
Is what?
But yeah,
What?
Okay.
it was crazy.
What?
What is it?
About Tom Ford or something, and that Tom Ford wrote a book, and in that was a guy called Barron Trump, and he learned how to do time travel, and apparently that there was supposed to be the Trump family as time traveled and now became president in 2016.
Yeah, Donald Trump wasn't around in the 80s and the 70s and the 90s. He wasn't in Home Alone. He definitely
what?
has also always looked the same age. He definitely didn't look way thinner when he was younger. I mean,
Now you
everything.
tell me, Nate.
Yeah,
That he
man.
was a time traveling asshole. Wait, sorry. Didn't share his knowledge with anybody else.
Okay, we got it. Let's take her down
Secret government information.
Dude, what would you do, right, if you wake up in the morning, you know, you're walking around naked, you've just got like a sock over your wiener, because, you know, that's just how you do. That's just how you sleep, you know.
If mom's around, then yeah, I'd probably.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's just, it's understood. That's just how Jacob does. You know, you're walking around your house, you got a tube sock on your wee-wee like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You... Okay, you go to make your coffee. Right as you're,
Your coffee, but okay.
well, Jacob is, though. He's going to make his coffee, right? And right as he, right as you start stirring your coffee, a vortex opens in it. First of all, it sucks the tube sock off of your wiener, so you have to go grab another one. Wait, was that wrong? Why the freak did that happen? Oh, okay, that's why. Yo-Yo in chat says, I don't have a very big penis, boss. Boss pulls his pants down. Now we're driving somewhere. That's all I know, so good luck. Exactly, Yo-Yo. You know what's up, man.
Exactly.
But, so out of this portal in your coffee comes a tiny alien man, alright? You pluck him out. He immediately grows into a full-size adult man. You look at him. His cornrows glistening in the wind, right? It's the most beautiful sight you've ever seen. It's our very own president, Donald Trump, with cornrows.
I've seen better.
What do you do if Trump had cornrows? And he says,
I've seen worse.
he looks to you and he's like, Jacob, we need you. America needs you. We need you to be an ambassador in Germany and prevent a war, a third world war. What would you do?
I'll cause the damn thing. Shit.
Yeah.
I'd probably do the same. To be honest.
As his translator. Actually, he is like 25% German.
Well, yeah, but like
Wait, what?
in America, people don't determine what language they speak on their lineage. It's just like what the people around them speak. So if you're a Hispanic person and everyone around you speaks Mexican, speaks Spanish, you can tell I'm a redneck.
Okay, quick question. Are we talking about Hispanic from Mexico or Spain?
Mexico. Like, people
Then we're in
generally
trouble.
speak the language of those around them. So a lot of people who are Hispanic, They speak both a little bit of Spanish and they speak a little bit of English.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know a little bit of Spanish from Spain, but I don't know Mexican.
Yeah,
Sí,
definitely.
Me gusta.
What?
Taco. Scott Coffin versus Toby Fox. Who becomes the next U.S. president? I mean,
Toby.
whoever isn't Toby Fox, because I don't like the way that people see Toby Fox. A couple years ago, people tried to cancel MatPat because he did a clickbait title on an Undertale lookalike game. And Toby Fox made this public statement where he shamed MatPat, like, you should be ashamed. This time you went too far. And everyone's like, wow, Toby Fox said it, so it must be true. And I'm like, he just did a clickbait title. Get over it. Like, I don't think it's that big of a problem. Like, there's nothing malicious about it, and I don't think it's that bad.
Clap it on now.
The people were, like, very passionately upset about it. And they were basically claiming that because Toby Fox said it was too far, it must be too far. And I'm like, not really.
Fellatiate no one to get this job. Deborah's old friends with the
Well, you don't believe how many things I got in this game.
How many things you got in the game?
Let's see here. My fish count now is a total of let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
My favorite thing about the missions in GTA is that some of them are actually, like, interesting. And then some of them...
fish now.
Like, some of them are actually interesting, and then some of them are like, take these boxes and move them over here. So, like, the intro to Trevor's part of the story, he was killing a vicious gang of bikers and exploding trailer houses, right?
Okay.
Right now, we're just moving shipping crates onto a boat.
Now that's excitement.
Yeah, it's like... I mean, that's how I feel about all the GTA games, though, is like there are missions that are just like, what's fun about this? Like, the game is fun.
You're moving stuff slightly to the left.
That's kind of what I'm doing.
Okay, have you ever heard of a comedian called
Jimbo?
Eddie Izzard?
Eddie Vedder, yes. He sang
Eddie
Even
Izzard.
Flow. He sang Even Flow.
He's a comedian. He is funny, though.
Is he
No
epic,
lie.
though?
Yes.
Is he smelly?
No. He's a transvestite, but it's still funny, though.
Yeah, but is he epic?
Yes, he is.
And smelly?
No.
Why?
He's as funny as all get outs.
Why isn't he smelly, though?
Oh, he probably takes showers. I don't know.
That's probably the most offensive thing ever. He's a transvestite. He probably takes showers, and he's a comedian, though.
No, he has to be smelly. I don't know. He takes showers, I think. I don't know.
Jesus.
Anyways, that was funny.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's hooked up, so lift it high enough to clear that.
Okay, let's see here. How long do I have left until Fortnite is done? And we have a total of 2 hours and 1 minute.
One thing I would recommend to you, Shadow, whenever it comes to the Switch, you really should buy an external SD card. That is something that you will really need, because...
I have one.
Okay, good, because the Switch only has like 16 gigs of space on
Yeah,
it.
I have one.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I have an 8 gig on me right now. I'm gonna get a 32 soon.
Bring the container down over the truck frame.
Yeah, my original has right now 13.7 gigs of system memory right now,
Okay.
and I have 7.3 gigabytes of micro SD card memory.
Okay. I just say that because I remember Fortnite was a pretty big game, to be honest. Like, for
Yeah,
me,
I
it
know.
was like 9 gigs or something.
Yeah, I know that one. Like, oh boy.
Well, that's why I had to buy like 128 gigabyte SD.
Yeah.
Get in position over the
What you drinking over there, Jacob?
Pardon?
I heard you just drinking something. What are you drinking?
Water.
He's drinking that slurp juice, bro. Getting his Fortnite on, drinking that slurp juice.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. Drinking that sweet slurp juice action, dude.
I'm drinking
I
a
was
peach
gonna make
tea.
tea.
I've heard Jacob say in the past that his favorite drink is slurp juice.
Yeah, it's slurp juice, and then it's tea, and then water.
Yeah, and second to all of those, second to slurp juice is he really likes Sprunk from GTA 5.
Yes.
Yeah, he also likes Duff Beer from The Simpsons a lot.
I prefer splurge.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say a totally different word that sounds very similar to that.
No.
No,
But you know
good.
the splurge from Futurama?
I know Slurm.
Slurm, thank you. That's
Yeah.
what it was. That's my favorite. Slurm.
Yeah, well, they once found a dead guy face down in the Slurm, you know.
So drink it.
I mean, who wouldn't drink it, man? I would.
Shots for my boy.
I mean, like I would drink. I would drink a lot of things, like water, Kool-Aid, soda. Okay, I'm dead.
Oh, that reminds me.
That was a
If you
fun
ever
mission.
if you ever play Pokemon Sword or Shield, Nate, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble.
Why?
Because the Pokemon I have on my game.
What Pokemon do you have?
308
Wait, you have that game, right?
387 of them. Sword and Shield? No, I don't. Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to get it.
Oh, I gotta take
But
photos
let's
of
just say
boats, I
my
guess.
number one is level 100 Giratina.
Sounds good. Sounds very good.
Yeah.
Oh,
got a
I
lot
have
of
to select the
legendaries on
camera on my phone. Okay. Oh, dude, we're taking some sweet Instagram booty hole pics, dude. Take
Got a
some
lot of legendaries.
take some butthole pics on Instagram, dude. You know those butthole pics everyone takes?
What the heck? Okay, I was about to say, why is you... Okay.
What?
Nothing, just trying to figure out something real fast.
Okay, I have to take a color photograph of the guard taking a little pee-pee tinkle.
Yeah, I got level 100, Xerneas. Level 100, I got a lot of level 100s on me. You guys thought there are a lot of level 100 legendaries. Hehehe.
Send the images to Ron.
I also got a level 100. I got level 100 Arceus.
Dude, I wish you could just use Instagram in this game. Like why can't I just post some sweet Instagram anus pics, dude?
Because why not? That'd been fun.
Yeah, dude, wouldn't that be epic?
Yep. Hey.
I'm actually really enjoying.
Arceus. Holy
Here's
crap.
what's funny. Like, whenever I started using social media for my stream, everything is the opposite now to what it was before, by the way. I used to hate Instagram, and I've always been kind of neutral about Facebook, but I used to hate Instagram and love Twitter, and now I'm at the point where I deleted Twitter, and I'm like, man, I'm really liking the feel of Instagram.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm a filthy traitor. By the way, I discovered something while I was streaming on Instagram, by the way. If
What?
people can request to join me on the stream on Instagram. Like, if
Seriously?
Jacob's watching me and he wants to talk, he can just request to join the stream, and he can video himself there too. The only thing is, the people have to keep in mind it's going to be archived there on IGTV.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perhaps, I don't know if I want updates on this.
Oh, that no,
Use
that's
chat.
fine. That's fine. I was just saying I noticed that I can do that, and I thought it was a cool idea.
It's over on the
Yeah.
other dock.
It is.
So they've
Yeah, 139 regular Kanto region.
You just say cancer
Cancer.
region?
Kanto,
Oh, that's way different.
Pokemon.
So, have you watched that Pokemon
Yeah.
Journey show on Netflix at all?
No, I don't have Netflix.
Oh, yeah. I checked that show out, and the first episode was really good, but it was also like, you know, like old school Pokemon, when you watch it, it feels like it's general. Like it's for a
Yeah.
general audience. This one feels like it's made for young children.
Yeah, I heard about it. I'm like, eh.
I mean,
don't know about it.
I probably have had this conversation. I probably had this conversation before. Yo-Yo says, "Are we seriously moving cargo from one place on the ship to another? What is the point there? It's still on the ship." Well, I think we were preparing it to move to another part of the ship, or to another ship rather. Oh, my trailer
As I said,
disconnected.
Nate, as I said, you're moving it from slightly to the left.
Yeah. I mean, that boat was kind of slightly to the left, so I can see it. So my trailer disconnected from my semi-truck. How the freak do I reattach this in GTA?
Back it up.
Backing up. Backing up.
And by that I mean floor it.
I'm gonna go and head to sleep.
You have a good
Okay.
night, my dude.
Or good day, whatever.
What the
Have a good
Whatever you
stream,
wanna
you
call
two. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Fucking-
So I just completely failed that mission because it wouldn't let me reattach it, even though it said reattach it. There's no way to do that
Did
though.
you try backing it up?
Yeah,
Did you try backing it up?
yeah. I mean that works in all situations in life.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. It's how life works.
It's on the other side of Port City.
We need to carry this cargo truck filled with gasoline and matches to the dynamite factory.
Normal rules don't apply.
Sounds like a good idea.
There's been an explosion at the fire factory, Lassie.
To me my whole life. I like rules. And look,
I wonder why.
There's been a fire at the explosion factory, Lassie.
what do you mean? Loveless?
Kaboom. Oops.
What if there was like an explosion factory where they like stored all the explosions for dynamite? Nice job jumping straight to your death, Nathan. Yes. He's referring to earlier when I was up on this thing and I tried to jump down and my character was like, "I would like to die now."
Paying jobs in the country. You tell people you love
Been there, done that.
Yeah,
Like, you know
man.
what? Nah. There was one time I was sitting there playing, and I don't know why something told me to do this, but I'm like, or if I drove from this height, I would die. Jump
I
off,
mean,
die
like
simply.
I've done that crap on Fortnite a lot of times because there are situations where you're cornered, and you're like, maybe the fall damage
Yeah.
won't kill me, maybe it will, and so you kind of take a chance. I'm excited about some new items that they've been adding to Fortnite. And by the way, did you know
Yeah, I heard
that Ninja's streaming on YouTube now?
There must be a law.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he moved over to YouTube.
Busy while we get to work.
Nice.
Yep.
But yeah,
Oops.
yeah, I was playing Skyrim one time, and there was a location I was in. Like, and mind you, it's not that high. I was like,
Yeah.
I wonder if this height will kill me.
And it
Jumps off,
killed you.
instantly dies. I'm like,
Yeah.
note to self. Don't jump off a 4 foot place.
I mean, that's just life, dude.
I'll be fine. Don't jump off anything above 4 feet. So
Yeah.
3 feet max.
So you could jump off of the head of a little person then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good,
And I
good.
die.
They're all just I'm not watching the plot entirely. They're just randomly kicking this guy's ass. And Trevor's just like using
about
this
right.
as an excuse to escape. Okay.
That's about right.
I guess we were trying to drive into a restricted area and guards came up and were like, "You can't be here." And so Trevor was like, "Okay.
Oh, Nate.
What's up?"
Oh, that reminds me. I'm happy today. Guess what I got?
A Switch.
No. Well, yeah, but I got me a whole calligraphy set.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I saw one of those at a Hobby Lobby a couple weeks ago. and it was really neat looking.
You know what's funny?
What's funny?
I got it from Hobby Lobby.
Yep, it's probably the same one that I saw then, like the same
Did it come in a
brand.
box?
Huh?
Did
So-
it come in a box?
Yeah, I think so. Like, what color's the box?
Okay, I'll send you a picture.
Is it like a black box?
I'll send the pic.
Alright.
See here, view all. Because I can't find the picture right now. There we are. All 668 pictures.
Wait, what about 68 pictures?
I got 668 pictures on my phone.
Oh. How much
And send it
memory
to
do you
now.
have on your cell phone then, dude?
A lot.
Trevor, these photos. You've really stumbled
Sent it to you.
Oh, okay. Let me check
It's
that
really
real
nice,
quick.
though. It's real nice. I love it.
Let me check this freak nastiness, dude.
way it looks to me.
Yeah.
There's a
It's nice.
Yeah, that's the exact one I saw. Little black box.
Yeah, I guess how much I paid for it?
Like $15, something like that.
40.
40.
They're testing something out.
That's way
Yeah,
more
it was on
expensive than
sale
I
big
thought.
time. No, it was on sale.
Dang.
Considering that, it was.
Okay.
No, dude, you're looking at a $70 item.
Maybe I was looking at that. Maybe they had a price wrong at mine because when I saw it, I thought it was like 14. Either that or I'm remembering it wrong. Because I went to Hobby
Yeah, it was
Lobby
like-
like last week to buy some of these like design things, these like posters I got in my background.
Yeah.
I need to get
yeah.
some more to like fill in this area back here at some point.
Dude, get some fuzzy posters. Those are fun to do.
Those are
wow.
really. That's actually, you know what? That's not a bad idea because those are fun to do.
A lot of my room is done in those.
Dude, I remember those were really popular like back in the early 2000s. Like
I got
everyone had one of those.
2, 3. I got like 4 in my room right now
Yeah.
that I personally did.
I was going to hang one of my like controller boxes. I got like 2 random like Switch controller boxes. And then I realized that I couldn't do that without like
Damaging them.
no, not even damaging them without having to damage the wall
Okay.
because the way that they would have to hang. Like normally the hanger for
Yeah.
a box is at the back of it. This one's right in the
Yeah.
middle, so you need a really long nail to actually use it. And so
Yeah, true.
I was like, oh man, I guess I can't use these.
True. But yeah, I got like 4. I got 4 fuzzy posters, 2 paintings, 1 pencil drawing technically,
Okay.
2 silk posters, and a zodiac calendar on my wall right now.
Yeah, I think like the next house that we live in, I'm definitely gonna have to like try and decorate more because we've been planning on moving out for a while, and just as we were planning on moving out, I was like, you know, the whole time we've lived here, Yo-Yo says we've all jumped to our death once or twice. True. It's just a
Yeah.
part of being a human, you know.
Yeah.
But
And also, I do have Blue Exorcist wall scroll. That's not mine, technically.
Blue
on the wall.
Exorcist.
Yeah, the
Okay.
anime.
I've seen it. I've never
Yeah,
watched
it's a
it
wall
though.
scroll. It's actually pretty not bad.
All right.
But I also have an ivory sculpture on my wall.
See, like I don't
Like
like
an ivory painting done.
an ivory painting.
Yeah, it's from my stepdad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got
Interesting.
it from New Mexico a long time ago, and he gave it to me.
Cool.
And of course, I do have my Templar Knight and my German flag up.
Yeah, and
Well,
your
the German
limited
flag's not mine, but
your limited edition flask of mayonnaise.
nah, I don't have that.
See,
My mom said that before I could get that.
like this is probably the last year or maybe next year since Corona's really messed with our plans to move, but this is the
Yeah.
last year we're going to be in this house, and we stayed here for 6 years, 6 or 7 maybe. And I've just now, in the past 2 years, I started unpacking stuff that I had that I just never took out because I didn't know what else to do with it. I didn't have room. I threw out a bunch of crap I didn't need to make room for the stuff I needed. And I finally gotten to the point where I'm like, my room should be decorated in some way. It should look nice.
Yeah.
Like, I just never bothered before. And I think
I actually have a...
Go on.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying I think the reason why I never bothered was because I didn't spend a lot of time in here until I started streaming. And then as I've been streaming, I've looked at my room and I'm like, I really need... Like, I want this to be presentable because I don't want to accidentally, like, turn the camera and be like, oh, look, there's my underwear on the floor or something.
Yeah. There's one painting I have on my wall
Uh-huh.
that I have an original of because it's based off of me.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
One of my friends is an artist.
All right.
Very good. He painted a kind of like me,
Uh-huh.
quote unquote me.
Like an artist rendition of you, essentially.
Yeah.
Their
pretty
own,
much.
like, version of you.
Yeah, it's called Despair. It's a beautiful work, though.
Despair, you say?
Yes, I'll send you an image of it.
All right.
And it's really, really good work, though. Because the funny thing is, he based it off of me.
Well, do you like really, like, melancholy art or something?
Well, you're about to see it. Give me one
All
second.
right. Because I was going to say, like, if someone drew a photo of me and then they're like, this is called Despair, I'd be like, oh, you can keep that. You can keep the despair for yourself. Here, let me... Do you care if I show the viewers on the stream the photo at all?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, let me...
But it's beautiful work. It's loading, so... give it a second.
Oh, okay, it's still sending... Oh, there it is.
There you go.
That's based on you. It's just an angel, but it's cool. Like, that's...
Well, the reason why it's based off of me is because...
Like your personality?
Yeah, it's based off my personality.
Yeah, this
or what
is...
he saw my personality as.
Oh, like a crying angel?
Yeah, because I was bullied a lot and such in my youth.
Ah.
So he drew me kind of in my youth age. And the wings coming on my back showing, hey, no matter how the hard times I've been through, I'm still who I am.
Yeah, it's like the hit Beyonce song, Halo. She can see your halo. Halo.
But yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is hand painted.
It's actually super nice looking.
Yeah, I love it.
Like
and that's on my wall right now.
The style almost looks like a... It reminds me of like some comic books I had as a kid. And not in a bad way, just like the way that the lines are and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's a friend of my friends.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, he did a good job.
yeah. I have another painting of his. It's called a Dark Rose.
Uh-huh. Does he
But
have
it's
a
not the
business
original
for
work.
this?
Yeah, he does. I don't have this card right now. It's,
Alright.
hang it up in a picture frame.
Okay. My
but I
Twitch
think
my
it's
Twitch
kind of
chat just welcomed me to my chat room, by the way. I have no idea why.
Yay! Welcome, Nathan, to your own chat room.
Like, I've had the chat open and it just randomly does that sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like a weird thing about Twitch. If the chat is silent for a sec, even though it hasn't
like,
even
welcome to
been
your own
silent for
chat.
that long, it like starts welcoming people who aren't there for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, hello, welcome.
Yeah.
Oh god. This is hilarious.
But yeah, that's one of my favorite artworks by him.
So I just accidentally fell down in between a staircase where Trevor couldn't stand up. So he like army crawled his way out, like on his own.
I've
Like
never done
I didn't tell him to do it. The game was just like, you're gonna army crawl now.
Hey, don't we all have to army crawl every now and then?
Yeah, dude, it's just a part of life. Oh
Dude,
no!
I remember having to crawl under 4 barbed wires. Okay. Through mud, mind you.
Here, I'm watching a cutscene.
45 seconds of my life.
Here, I'm watching a cutscene. Let me hear this.
Okay.
Come in. Come in.
Oh, there, Wade. Look, you're just not cut out for honest work, all right?
Did you get what you needed?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, I just got to figure out a place to plan this now. This'll do.
Jesus.
That woman ain't even fine. Ain't no one understands why Floyd lets her use him so.
That's low self-esteem, Wade. We gotta build him back up. Now,
Build him back up by tearing his pants down during an argument. That's how life works, dude.
Oh, sorry. I just now saw that meme that you posted today.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so
PC is better than
my
console.
observations, I'd say
Okay,
these
but your
Merryweather
PC is
security
better than a console.
cocksnots are sitting on something real valuable.
Man.
It's true.
Think they got
It's
two of
true.
these things, but we
That
only
is true
need
for me,
one.
though. I'm like,
First
I'm
Yeah.
targeting it.
It's on that freighter in a container below deck.
Okay,
We
so
got
the game's
guards
just telling me
all
the
over that
plan
ship.
for a heist, basically.
Likely they're keeping it up.
Yeah, like that most arguments that I have had about computers are with people who don't have very good computers.
Which means we
And it's like, yeah, but like your computer sucks.
need a guy to plant the bombs, a guy to look out from within.
That's what I said. Triggered.
Yes.
Now,
Because my PC does suck, no lie.
they're running the
I mean, like my computer's not the greatest either. It's not terrible, but like it's not super good at multitasking. You kind of need to choose one thing to do at a time.
bring it back here.
Yeah,
Find
pretty
out
much.
What it is.
So you saw the
Container
game
ship
fact
or
I posted,
whatever's
huh?
offshore.
I think so. What was it?
in every Portal game, you are rewarded with a slice of fish-shaped cracker cake
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
end
yeah,
of
yeah.
every test.
Yeah.
Like,
I've never played
it's true that
Portal, but I got the joke generally.
cake is a lie.
Yeah.
What is that smell?
Oh, we are going straight to the local union rep. Wade here.
Yeah, I
was
played
injured
Portal
in the
so much, I'm
performance
like-
of his duties. Human waste has seeped into his
I hate
very
it.
pores, and I am sorry to say this, but I don't think he's ever going to smell
It gives me
normal.
a headache, though,
Take
no
care of
lie. Because
You are union, all right? And you
of all
vouch
the
for us, all
movement
right? You
and
look
such.
at him,
Hey,
man.
that's what I don't like about it.
Smell him.
Trevor,
Like, if you have motion
you're
sickness,
planning a
do not play
robbery
the
on my
game.
place of work.
What game?
You violated
Portal.
Mr. Raspberry Jam.
Oh, yeah,
You're
yeah.
not alone, though.
I've seen videos of people just flipping around in first person and it looks sickening.
Look, my lady and my
It
union,
is.
That's all I got. So why don't we just let this all
Because I played it before, and dude, if you go like
with
one
what's happened
face
to
in
your
one way,
cousin?
it'll flip you 20,
And so
like
Yeah.
180 degrees,
I
and
would
I'm like,
give him a
no.
bath and rinse him off.
No! No bad!
And it's like really quickly too. I'm like,
This
no, I'm good.
character is covered in human feces and he's screaming about how he doesn't want to take a bath.
Okay.
It's like, no bath for me. It's like, okay, stinky.
It's like no bath for me. Okay, either get a bath or get shot. Which one? Okay, I'll take a bath. Thank you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, which one would you rather do? Get a bath or get shot?
Yeah. If
People are
you
like,
too are a zesty boy who has trouble taking epic baths, go to epicbath.com and use the promo code Nathan Stinky Games.
Hey, listen, loving it here. And that's really settling in.
What's that should be a website?
I mean, I would buy that domain if I didn't think it was a terrible idea.
Oh, you bet it's okay. Listen, I
That'd been hilarious. No lie.
It would have been pretty funny.
to bring along that.
It's just, they just selling nothing but bathtubs.
Yeah. Oh. I hit the wrong button. Which is the jump button? That's the punch button. Yeah,
It's
there
the
it
button
is.
that you use to jump.
I love doing this right here. I love like running, then diving, and watching your character face plant. There's some-
That's real fun to do.
yeah, there's something really funny about it, but the game doesn't want to let me do that right now for some reason. They're like not
That's
letting me
all-
jump.
That's my favorite thing about Saints Row. Is
Yeah.
the fraud part.
The what cards?
The fraud.
Fraud cards.
The insurance fraud.
Oh, okay. I've never played Saints Row.
Okay. Part of it is where you have to commit insurance fraud. and
As
you just, like,
all
run into
good games
traffic
should.
and just-
That should be
yeah,
a-
and just get hit.
That should be a level in Mario Odyssey.
I
Commit insurance fraud so
don't
Bowser. goes to prison.
I don't remember which game it was. I know it's one of the Need for Speed games, I think, where you have to like cause as much damage as you can. I think it was Burnout Legends.
These
actually.
people are determined to drive away in their stupid car. What
I think
fools!
it's Burnout.
Burnout
Legends?
Paradise.
No, Burnout Legends.
Burnout
It was-
Stinkies.
I think it was a PS2 game
Burnout Stinkies.
where you have to cause as much damage as you can.
Yeah.
Dude, I loved that part. That was so much fun.
Yeah, I think it was
me,
whatever
my
the
mom, my
second
sister had
Burnout
the
game
highest
was.
one. I had the highest rank on that game, on that part.
You have
Like,
the
I was
world
over $1 million.
record.
No, me, my sister, my mom, I had the highest amount. Over $1 million worth of damage.
Sounds good. Sounds real good.
I was just like, how did you do that? I'm like, I don't know. I think she had like $1,600. My mom only had $400. Like, how do you get $400 out of a car? Damn it!
That's just how things work.
Mom's like, I don't know what I did. I'm like, I don't know what you did either. Just get $400.
Because she's epic, dude. She's an epic gamer.
The funny thing is, I remember Mom playing a racing game. I don't remember what game it was, but she turns with the car.
She turns and she screams.
Nah, like she leans. as
Yeah,
she's
I know.
pushing
She
the
does that thing
controller
when you're
over.
playing like racing games and like flying games where you're like swerving with the controller in your hand.
Yeah,
Way! It's way!
it's so funny to watch her.
I'm someone with above average PC knowledge, but I have a horrific PC. That's how it all is. Like, I think normal people who play on PCs don't go around crapping on consoles. It's people who are like annoyed by the fact that they have no choice but to play on consoles, I think.
Yeah. By the way, PCs are always superior.
Exactly. My point exactly.
Do you know why?
Because they're stinky.
Yeah, true.
What if you bought a new computer and it was like the most powerful computer you've ever had? Yo-Yo says we're talking 2 gigs of RAM. That's rough. That is like
my.
really bad, dude.
Dude, you gotta get a whole new computer, dude. Oh
Yeah,
my.
like there's a certain point with computers where like they're old, but it's like I can use this for stuff. I feel like we're at a point where unless you're gonna just play like games on emulators, it's like I can't see a use for that. Personally.
Dude, that sounds like a DOS computer.
Well, no, it sounds like a Windows XP computer to me, or like a netbook or something.
True, actually, yeah, true. That's just, oh boy.
Like I think a DOS computer would have like, what was it, like
Megabytes.
512
Megs.
megabytes of RAM or something,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
a 5. Not even it probably wouldn't even have a hard drive, would it? It'd have like, maybe it would. I don't know.
It does have a hard drive, just very limited.
Like 5
It's like-
gigs or something.
Yeah.
Like my first
Yeah.
computer had like a 20-30 gig hard drive and Windows ME on it. You remember
Sounds
Windows
alright.
ME Millennium Edition?
We don't speak of that.
We don't speak of that.
We don't speak of that.
Nathan,
nonsense
it's
at all.
Nathan, it's the sweet one, the actual sweet one, not the one they claim is sweet and isn't at all. Exactly. I have no idea what he's talking about, but exactly, I agree. Oh, now we're playing Road Rash. I love to play video games while I'm naked.
Speak for yourself. I am right now.
I'm like driving by cars and just throwing grenades down behind me.
Oh, that's always fun to do.
Yeah, he just like drops grenades
real
on the
fun to
ground.
do.
He just pulled a freaking motorcycle helmet out of his own butt, basically. Have a grenade, sir. Have a grenade.
Hey. Free grenade? Come on, free
Free
grenade.
grenades. I'll even pull the
no,
pin
no,
out
no,
for
sorry.
you.
Nate.
What?
Free pineapples!
We stole a balloon, and they're gonna lock us up forever. If you hold the gun
free
button,
pineapples, come on.
if you hold the gun,
pineapples.
if you hold the button to shoot your gun while you're driving a motorcycle, and you don't have a gun selected, he just flips everyone off, which is so honestly so epic, dude.
That's funny.
So smelly and epic. Have a grenade. Grenade! No! No!
It's not
Grenade!
grenades, they're pineapples.
Grenade!
You have to handle pineapples, okay? Okay,
Grenade for
remember,
dinner!
You have to hand them all. You hand them all pineapples.
Yeah, exactly. Pineapples are
Please tell me you
the.
get the reference.
Are you? No, I
Okay.
get
I'm
SpongeBob.
talking about pineapple grenades.
What the freak is that?
That's literally what they are. They're fragmentation grenades.
What?
Those are the fragmentation
Oh,
grenades. you're
frag
using.
grenades?
Yes. Their true name are pineapple grenades.
That sounds like a terrible name. I prefer frag grenades.
Fragmentation pineapple grenades are what they're truly called.
Yeah, you throw them at people eating pineapples and tell them to eat a
No,
superior
they look
fruit.
like pineapples. They
Tell
look
'em
like
to-
pineapples.
Tell them to eat a freaking superior fruit like a freaking banana or a grape or something.
There's also baseball grenades, pineapple grenades.
Tell you throw a baseball grenade at people playing baseball and tell them to play football instead. Play a superior sport.
Hey, hockey's always sport.
You know,
I
it's
follow.
fascinating hearing another Southerner say that because I do find hockey entertaining the few times I've watched it, but I would never say that out loud.
Well, there's a reason why I say it, though. Okay,
Yeah.
football's too complicated.
I feel like
Never
football's
understood
one of the
base-
more simple sports to me. I think
Not to me,
freaking
it's like-
rugby's annoying because it's like football, but like let's make our own. Same with cricket. Cricket's like the British were like, what we're gonna take baseball and bastardize it. Just
Yes.
make like baseball, except it's worse. Let's call the
Yes.
pitcher a bowler, aren't? It's like whenever someone is purposely contrarian because they think it's cool and quirky. Like, oh, I have different
Yeah.
opinions. I'm an original. It's like, oh, congrats.
If you hit the ball, you're out. If the like, what?
I don't understand cricket. I think I tried to watch it once and it's like they call the person throwing the ball a bowler. You hit the ball and then you
Yeah.
run backwards onto a base and then back, I think.
You run back and forth.
Yeah, it's like
Like,
I don't
Wait,
understand. It seems
but
like seems way easier to hit someone who's running back and forth with the ball than it would be if they're like.
and if you hit like a stick or something, you're
And they
out.
always
There's
throw the
not-
ball like it's at. They always throw the ball like it's a ladies' softball game. They underhand it.
Yes.
Like it makes no sense. Oh, sorry,
No, there's-
madam. I love
There's
you,
one game I did watch.
baby. It's a miracle that I ran into you. I love you.
There's one game
Be
I did
mine,
watch that
baby.
is the
Be
one
mine.
of the most
Not
brutal
right,
game
not
I
right
ever
now,
seen.
Shadow.
That
I'm
made-
I'm chasing the woman of my life. I love you. Don't you see how much pain I would go through for you? I love you. I love you so much I could kill you, so you won't get away from me. That bullet in your back is
Stalker
like an
much?
engagement ring, baby.
Stalker much?
Stop running. I love you. Don't you see I would blow up a policeman and then die for you, madam? I love you. It's the HP Stream 11.
Okay.
Is that the
did see
little
one
blue
game
one
that-
that they sell at Walmart? Hey, look this
I did
nastiness
see
up.
one game. I did see one game worse though. That is very brutal though.
Mayonnaise Adventure.
No, lacrosse.
Is that what is
I've seen
what is that?
lacrosse. It is.
Is that the one where they got the sticks and they like throw the ball back and forth on a horse or something?
No, that is a different game. But they do have sticks. Yes.
Okay.
It's you throw the ball back and forth within the stick itself. It's like got like a net in the back of it, on top of it. If you get hit in the head, that thing is dangerous game.
Okay, so I'm looking at the specs of
brutal.
HP Stream 11 computers, and they don't look super good.
They're not.
It says it has 4 gigs of memory and 64 gigabytes to store things on the ones that I'm looking at. But it's like $300 as well, so it's like, unless you're gonna build one that's actually, if you're just gonna look at like Netflix, it's not too bad.
Yeah, but anything else is not good.
Yeah, play like some Flash games and look at Netflix. Dr. Pepper, bro, it's the sweet one. Have you not seen? No, I haven't. They got a Rockstar mascot, holds up a Diet Dr. Pepper, and sings "It's the
yeah,
Sweet
I've seen
one."
that one.
I don't think I've ever seen that. And every time it comes on, I turn and say, "Is it?" I mean, Dr. Pepper is a pretty sweet soda. Like, it can definitely ruin your teeth for life.
Yeah. It's not just me. I'm not the only one that remembers Coca-Cola back when it had cocaine in it.
Oh yeah, man, I remember those days back in the 1800s too. A very relatable reference that we all can get. I remember back when Dr. Pepper was considered a tonic that people used as a medication. That's how old I am.
I'm so old that I remember Coca-Cola when it had cocaine in it.
Dude, I love when I visited my nephews the last time, which was several years ago. I've noticed kids like overestimate how old you are. If you're a grumpy guy like me, they just are like, he's a grumpy old man. And I was like 21 the last time I visited with them. And I remember reaching a point where I just started to screw with them and be like, I remember back in the day when video games only had 1 pixel on screen and crap like that. Like, I just make crap up because they were calling me old, and so I was like trying to sound old.
I got one for you next time. Like, you want to know how old I am? How old are you? There was a game called Pong.
I mean, we weren't even alive when that came out either.
Actually, I played it.
I played Pong as a kid, but I certainly wasn't around when it came out.
That's what I'm saying. Just to mess with them on that part.
Oh yeah, dude, I was trying to relate to them because, like, at the time, the only games that they played were games that I hated. So, like, here's the thing, I've never been into COD. I'm not against them, but the last COD I played was like
COD.
The last Call of Duty game. Well, I was more of a Medal of Honor guy when it came to World War II shooters back in the day.
Yeah.
I like Medal of Honor Pacific Sun, Rising Sun or something.
I remember that one. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, because it had a really good co-op mode, so you and your buddies.
It had a good backstory, no lie.
Huh?
It had a good backstory on that one too.
I remember it having a good story. I really liked the fact that it had a good co-op mode. I felt like not many shooting games back then had one. It was all very like competitive. All the multiplayer was focused on kill your friends, and it's like, if you're a guy like me, I like being competitive, but sometimes, to be honest with you, I would just rather like not try and compete and instead just play a game together.
That's why I didn't like the new Halo 5 multiplayer game, to be honest.
Oh, is it only
it's not competitive per se, but there's a lot of
but there's no co-op.
There's quote unquote co-op, but still, it's just a lot of buttholes on it. Like,
I can see that.
I'm like, actually, I am veteran. I haven't played it in a while though. I played Halo since Halo 1.
To be honest with you, I think a lot of that is like teenagers and people who play these games every single day. And so that's why the culture around it is very annoying, because it's like, you're not putting 60 hours into this game? What a loser. It's like, no, if anything, I'd argue someone who's not putting 60 hours into Halo every week is probably like the opposite of a loser. It means they have a life. They have a life.
Exactly.
Like, they're not sitting there by the phone hoping freaking Jennifer calls them. The girl that
Yeah, pretty much.
the girl that stood them up for prom.
You
that
have to go
whore.
to Jennifer's house and say, "Hey, guess what? I'm
You-
available."
You drive
And you
up
turn on her.
to Jennifer's house and you like ring the doorbell. Her freaking conservative dad answers the door and you're like, "Hey, mister, can I see Jennifer?" And he freaking flares his one tooth at you and widens his eyes. He looks deeply into your soul, pulls out his Bowie knife and is like, "Boy, why you want to see my daughter? What intentions do you have of my daughter?"
Oh no, son.
I've killed a
I don't
man
have any.
before and I will do it again, you son of a bitch.
Son,
And then
I
he
don't
like
have any intentions with
spits,
your daughter.
he starts frothing at the mouth and screaming. And then he freaking like picks you up and throws you through a freaking window, lights your body on fire, and when you get up and you limp away and he's like, "You lived. You passed the test. Now you can go out with my daughter." That's how
Well,
dating works.
I was gonna stand up your daughter anyways.
That's how dating works in Texas. You have to be able to survive being burned to death. That's why everyone in this state everyone is divorced. In fact, no one.
Nate.
Everyone's lonely.
Nate,
What?
I can survive that anyways. I live in Louisiana.
True. Yeah, the culture in Texas is kind of like the Klingon culture from Star Trek.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have to die in combat to be honorable.
yeah. Guess what? I'm a hillbilly from Louisiana. What do you think I do?
You survive getting burned to death every day.
Exactly. Especially in the heat of Louisiana.
Yeah.
Where
Dude,
anything below 100 is a little chilly to us.
I took Peanut out earlier, and it was like, you know when it gets so humid outside that you walk outside and you're like, "Oh crap, I have to try harder to breathe."
Nah, never had that situation before.
Yeah, it was really freaking humid out today.
Dude, it got so humid, I stepped outside for 5 seconds, like, never mind.
Yeah,
I was already pouring down
I'd
sweat.
rather live. This
Because-
morning my mom was like, "Go out in the car and get my my lighter and my perfume out of the car so they don't catch fire and explode."
Mm-hmm.
That's something only Southerners would understand.
Yeah.
The fact that you
Dude.
can't leave anything flammable in your car because the literal heat of the atmosphere in Texas will burn you.
Dude, nah. Don't leave hand sanitizer in the car either.
Yeah, just anything flammable.
Me and Mom learned that the hard way.
Yo-Yo says he bought this device because
Luckily,
it's
had a
cheap
pop-top and
and he
went-
just needed a device of his own. It's done the job for me for 3 years. It's time to upgrade. And Diet Dr.
Yeah.
Pepper is not sweet. I agree with you on that. Diet Dr.
I hate
Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Diet Dr.
hate
Pepper
Dr.
is like the inbred cousin of Dr. Pepper and like Cherry Dr. Pepper. They both kind of live on the mountain and they got together and they're like, "Oh, this is good enough." And then they created the freaking like 12-toed one-eyed freak that is Diet Dr. Pepper.
So incest, gotcha.
Yeah, Diet Dr. Pepper is a result of horrific incest.
Or inbred, sorry. Inbred.
No, that's
There's a
incest.
difference.
It's the same thing. It's inbred,
Okay.
but incest needs to be committed for someone to be inbred.
Okay, yeah, then. Gotcha. Well, anyways, I'm gonna have to go. I'm getting
Alright.
hungry. So,
You
have a
know,
good
alright.
stream, and I'll talk to you later.
Alright, you have a good
whenever.
night. A good night,
too, bro.
Grandpa Shadow. With your
Have a
meaty
good
mashed
night, Uncle
potato
Nate.
covered noggin. Yep.
I didn't know I have mashed potatoes on my head.
He's my grandpa and I'm his uncle. That's how our family
Uncle
dynamic
Grandpa.
works. Oh, yeah, Uncle Grandpa.
Actually, the funny thing is, my Uncle Dewey
Mm-hmm.
was actually my grandpa one time.
What?
I literally had an Uncle Grandpa.
How is that possible?
Okay, my Uncle Dewey was married into the family.
Yeah.
My aunt, which is my grandma's sister, died.
Your aunt, who is your grandmother's sister. So your great aunt?
Yes.
Okay.
She died. So my
Uh-huh.
Uncle Dewey married my grandma.
That's...
They were not blood related at all, though. So
But did they have kids, the other?
my Uncle Dewey, yes.
No, with your aunt? Your great aunt?
Yes, I think so.
Man, that's like... I think you've told me this story before, but that's like really weird.
Confusing.
Well, it's not just confusing, it's like... There's something
Weird, I
unpleasant
know.
about that. Like, if I had... Like, in general, if I had like a wife, and we had both like... Had
Well-
kids, and then like she died, I wouldn't be like... Your sister's looking pretty good now. Like, I'd probably like not do that.
Well, they know each other for years, so it's like
That's the
whatever.
reason why it's weird, though, is they've known each other for years.
Well,
They've like,
I don't mind it personally. So
yeah. I mean, like, if
of course,
it's
the rest of my
someone,
family's like, oh no, I'm like whatever.
I mean, like, they're adults, and there's nothing like illegal that they're doing. It's just a weird dynamic, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of
I
those.
just find it funny though.
Yeah, one of my friend's grandmas died, and then like a week later, his grandpa was getting married to another woman. And the other woman who he's marrying was very nice. I know his grandpa, and I didn't know his grandma, but I knew the woman that his grandpa married, and she's super sweet. She's a very nice lady. But I just remember thinking like, yo, I know you love this lady, but you should have waited at least like 6 months. 6
They
months.
waited a while before they did get married.
It was a week.
They waited a while before this happened though.
Oh, are you talking about your grandma and them?
Yeah.
I can see that if it was like slowly they started to be like, you know what, I think I just like you in that way. And they're like,
Yeah.
they're like, you know what, yeah, screw it, we're both old. Doesn't matter any. Like, that is
Yeah,
one.
pretty much is what happened.
I mean, that is one side of it. Like, if I got super, super old, I feel like old people just don't care anymore anyways, because they're like, yeah,
Well, my
whatever.
grandma is now 76.
Okay.
My Uncle Dewey passed away at 83, I think.
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, he had lymphoma,
I think you did
blood
tell me about that.
blood cancer.
Yeah.
Cancer of the blood. It's well, it's not actually the blood; it's the plasma that he
It's
actually had
T
cancer
cell lymphoma, right?
in. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Does
like
that,
it's in your blood cells, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on
Well,
top of the
here's-
sub. Let me enter it.
The one thing that made me sad though is you know that intuition thing that you have sometimes where it's like, I have a feeling he's already gone.
Maybe?
Okay.
To a
well,
degree, I know what you mean. You have
okay.
this almost sixth sense
There's
with your
one time I
family.
was- my friend invited me to stay the night with him because he knew that I was going through a hard time with my Uncle Dewey going away soon.
Yeah.
No, he didn't have very much time, so my friend said, "Hey, I'm here for you. If you want to stay with us for a little while, you can."
Well, that's
So I
very
said,
nice
okay.
of him.
Well, later on that night, I had a feeling that I woke up my friend up, said, "Hey, I have a feeling my Uncle Dewey's gone." Okay, that he
Yeah.
passed away. Nobody confirmed it yet.
Yeah.
Later on that day, my mom said, "Hey, Uncle Dewey passed away." Like, I knew it.
There are situations where people just have like a sixth sense when it comes to their family. I read like a news story one time where a guy got like trapped under his freaking truck when his the jack fell. Like his jack was broken and it pretty much fell. And he basically he prayed to God, please freaking get someone to help me. And this woman just kind of had this sixth sense, like, something's wrong with my husband. She leaves work like a crazy person. Everyone's like, why the hell are you leaving? She's like, I have to go. Something's wrong with my husband. She gets there and she freaking like gets the car off of him. I guess with adrenaline or something. So the game told me to climb on top of this thing to get in, and I'm not seeing it.
But yeah, that's what I had though. It's like, I have a feeling my Uncle Dewey's gone.
Yeah.
And my friend's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "No." And he's like, "What's up?" I'm like, he's gone. You know, something's
Yeah.
telling me he's gone already.
Yeah.
Then 1:30. This, mind you, this is at 12. This is like at midnight. Okay.
Yo-Yo said
Like-
that's why my relationship with Sarah didn't work. She lives in Texas. Oh, okay.
Like,
See,
yeah,
I didn't know that you and Sarah weren't together anymore, Yo-Yo. You I've that's his ex-girlfriend or his girlfriend. I don't know. But
okay.
he used to talk about her all the time, and then like I kind of got a feeling at one point that they weren't like together anymore. Not that they hated each other, you know. Like I don't think
Yeah,
they were
it's
on
just-
bad terms, but he
Yeah.
stopped talking about her as much, and so I was like, "What is going on? Is this discussion allowed on the platform? What do you mean? What discussion?"
well, anyways, I don't have to go. Okay, I'm getting
Yeah,
hungry.
yeah. You
So-
have a good night, my dude.
You too, bro.
Yep.
See
Yep.
you next time.
Yep. But yeah, I had kind of a feeling that you and Sarah weren't together, but I didn't want to be rude and be like, "Are y'all a thing still?" Like I didn't want to be rude about it and be, like directly ask, but I've been curious for like a year or so about that. I just never wanted to ask. Okay, there's like a guy here somewhere, like a guard. So the game told me to climb on top of that sub and get in, but it won't let me. So, you know, actually, wait a minute. I don't think this is one of those things where I need a specific command for it. I think I enter it the way you enter a car, probably. So let me get back to that sub. Let me try and get back over here. I like how the sub's just freaking drifting away in the turbulent waves here. There's a guy up there. Let's head on over here now. Brr. Okay, so I have to climb up here. Climb up. That's how we do it. Okay. I thought it was one of those things where the game was going to make me use the D-pad. Okay. This is going to be very weird to...
Floyd, I've got that submarine we talked about. You gotta help me store it for a few days.
Yeah, you know, just guiding a submarine.
Quiet on me, or I'll come around and well, we both know what I'm talking about. On my way. What's this? The union man doing an honest day's work? Hey, we're not hurting anyone.
Oh, no.
Do some research with Merryweather Security Consulting, friend. They'd be on trial for human rights offenses at the U.S.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. No.
contractors from any kind of
Oh, God, we're like underneath the boat. This is so ugly looking right now.
prosecution.
This is probably the ugliest looking section of the game so far. Because there's just nothing graphically going on. It's just like an empty void. It kind of reminds me of a stage from Star Fox 64, in fact.
You're right. You don't. Merryweather are employed by the richest, greediest scum on the planet. The sheriff
How the freak would I get this to the extraction point?
going to start shitting on them. Okay, that's more like it.
Okay. Well. How the freak would I get this to the extraction point? Okay. Okay, so I guess I gotta go like fully around here or something? Oh god. I can already tell you this is not going to go incredibly well for me. But I got to do something. I've had all that I can stand, and I can't stand no more. To quote good old Uncle Popeye. Okay. So I gotta go all the way around here. Lay a marker down here. Perhaps. Kind of place markers around as I make my way down here. So it's a bit easier for me. No one will ever spot me here. I'm far too epic. I can tell you this also kind of tanks the frame rate. Like, look at this. Or at least it does at points. Nope. I feel like I can't think of one video game where I enjoyed a submarine mission. Like the one in Final Fantasy VII wasn't very good. The one in Star Fox wasn't very good. Like submarine missions are just not terribly fun in my opinion. Okay. And now let's move it over here. I guess it's like an uncharted territory of the map or something because it's not really showing anything there properly, but I'm still gonna try it because that's my only real option here. That is one thing about GTA is I wish it had a fast travel system. Like I guess there are taxis in the game, but like I wish it was like Skyrim or Oblivion where you just pause it and you're like, go here. And I wish there was also a waiting system as well because there are certain things, especially in like GTA 3 where they make you like sit there and just wait for the game to be ready for you and you're like, just let me go, please. Like just let me. Brr. Okay, well I mean I guess it wouldn't hurt to come out of being submerged anyways. Okay. Gonna place one here now. Brr. Like this mission is a lot of this. Dude, you know literally nothing you say to me could possibly hear me in any way. I assume he said hurt me. I'm devoid of feeling emotion. We broke up like 2 years ago. It wasn't over anything. We just decided, yeah. I mean, I got that vibe a long time ago, and I just never wanted to ask. It's one of those things where I know like things I said probably wouldn't like hurt you, but like I'm sure it doesn't feel good, you know, like it may not make you mad at me, but it may also just not feel good in that situation. And I don't think you're devoid of emotions at all. I think that you just don't think with emotions, if that makes sense. Like you don't have discussions from your emotions typically. If that makes any sense. Okay. We got this, people. We got this. The slowest, most boring mission in GTA history, everyone. Slowly, gently guide the submarine over here for a sec. In this episode, we've moved some things around for a sec. Picked up some little crates, moved them around. and we've driven a submarine very slowly through an empty void so far. Like, there has not been a whole lot of action here so far. Okay, we got this. We got this. Okay, and now we're in the right direction right there. All we got to do is go towards the little yellow light. The little yeller light. Here, yeller. Come back, yeller. The best doggone dog in the West. Old Yeller was a fighter, a rootin' tootin' fighter. And when he hunted trouble, he always hunted double, and that's how a good dog should be. I haven't watched that movie in years. I don't understand why so many movies about animals from back then ended with the animal dying. Like for real, I don't understand the point of that. It's just like, yeah, we're just gonna kill them off. It's whatever. Like I don't see much of a point in that, to be honest. Lordy, lordy. Lordy, lordy. Let's now watch them slowly and meticulously crane the sub out, because we need to see the whole process. You couldn't just show them lift it up, then this shot as it's coming down. We have to show it slowly from every angle, because that's good pacing.
Oh, what are you doing? It's done. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, all right.
Hurry up.
All right, here we go. All right, I'm here.
I'm here, Paul. Paul and Mal.
Around the corner, past the shipyards.
Oh, look, everyone. Nothing suspicious about this. We're definitely not hauling a submarine away.
It'll be fine.
It's very well hidden behind this blue tarp that, like,
I'm certainly not being short.
it doesn't make the yellow thing stand out even more because it's contrasting colors. It's very good.
Anyone owned anything. You threatened and cajoled and tricked me.
You don't want to cut? Just walk away.
I can't walk away. You're robbing my workplace and running the show from my home.
Deborah's home. No cut for you, no cut for Deborah.
This has been a very tedious mission all around. In fact, I think the last 2 or 3 missions have been like... It's as if, like... It's the same way with every GTA game. It's as if they finish the game and they're like, we don't have enough missions. And so they're like, okay, let's just add pointless ones here. Like, let's add ones where nothing happens.
It'll be okay there.
Sure.
All right. If you're wrong, I'll eat your sweetmeats. Now get out of here.
Oh, the world is so filled with wonder and whimsy. My name is Trevor and I'm epic. Mission Press Mini Sub. No boarding. How would you move it without boarding it? I love you. See, this is how we find potential mates in Texas right here. Like, you have to display your dominance, and then you have to blow them up as well. See, he's overwhelmed by how much he loves him. That's for daddy. And then you have to kill them somehow. You're not going to get away from me, my fine vixen. I love you. I love you so much I could kill you almost to death, sir. There we go. See, Trevor just found a mate, everyone. That's how that works. that's the Texas mating ritual. Brr. Brr. People tend to let their emotions control their actions. I'm a person of logic. How I feel about something doesn't matter. I tend to act against how I feel in favor of what is right. And that's an admirable trait, but I also think people are human, and it's good to give them space, you know? Like, it's one of those situations where, like, I think I also asked you a couple times in stream, like, yo, how's Sarah been doing? I haven't heard you talk about her in a while. I think I did do that at one point on stream, and you kind of didn't respond and got quiet. And so I was like, okay, clearly something's up, so I won't keep asking. So, like, just because you're a logical person doesn't mean there aren't, like, sore spots, you know? I wonder where that part of me comes from. I mean, like, I think that's just like normal. I think a lot of people ignore their emotions to a degree, but I also think it's unhealthy to entirely ignore them. Like, that's how people end up just exploding one day and, like, getting into a fight or, like, screaming at people they love, as if you, like, press down emotions and ignore them entirely, you know? No, I don't want any, sir. I don't want any of your crap right now. I need to haul this fire to the match factory. I need to I need to haul this gasoline to the explosion factory, sir. Like, I want to make my own version of Lassie that's like that. Like, what's that, Lassie? You say there's a fire at the explosion factory? Well, we better go check on it. Okay, I'm gonna go to this B logo here, whoever that is. I can't really remember right now. Go away. Not right now, sir. Sir, ma'am, sir. Ah! That was so cool. I'm so cool. I'm so epic. Oh yeah, this is the dude.
Here's Trevor.
Nathan, that submarine. Yeah, it definitely could have been like anything. It looked like anything to me, definitely.
Help the government any way you can.
Oh, really? Huh? Because I was told that if we helped out with that thing, which we did, then our past indiscretions would be forgotten in a haze of patriotic fervor.
Who told you that? Did I tell you that? I'm in charge here, Fruity. Man, you understand?
Not quite. Can you explain that again?
What I was saying! Oh, you're good. The three cunts.
Listen, we need help with something else. Some of the government, some of it is pretty corrupt.
Not your bit, right?
Yes, but we're corrupt in a good way.
But the agency, they want to encourage panic so they can guarantee their budgets. That's how they get paid.
It's a major problem.
And now they've secured some funds that we need to use in our fight against crime as a way of bribing corrupt officials.
Really? And where are they getting that from?
Drugs. Those bastards love to sell drugs.
Who doesn't?
We think they're gonna use this money to finance a war on our streets. And we need you boys to requisition that money for us.
The bonds are leaving the terminal in an armored car.
Yeah, fuck you, Dave. We don't have time.
Oh, hey, a mission that'll actually have some kind of action in this episode.
I cannot allocate any more resources to this.
You'll be fine. Fuck you, Dave.
Nice work, Slick. we're gonna be doing pat-downs at the airport before those fucking clowns are done with us.
Yeah, fuck you.
Hey, look, man. It is what it is. Now, how the fuck we gonna get this done?
I don't know. I got it. Classic blitz play. It's an industrial area, right? So I'm thinking vehicles. Trash truck to block, tow truck to sack it. Get some disguises, and we're golden. We just gotta hope like hell these are the kind of agency men that don't carry a panic button with them.
Congratulations. Thank you, Helix.
If and when.
Thank you.
If
I have no idea what you're congratulating me on, but thank you.
I will keep my eyes peeled, General.
Thank you, Michael. Hey, no problem. No, really.
Leave the area. What a mission objective that is. Oh, I love to ride my pickup truck down to the saloon and kill some people. I love doing that so much. I'm gonna drive down to the local saloon, as I said, and kill somebody to death.
Alright, guys, a few more details. We'll need boiler suits and masks for this job. Garbage truck. Let's get one from your park. Bring it back to the lot. And there's an
Gosh dang, are all of these missions like go grab this thing, bring it back? These are all just fetch quest.
Get something fast and discreet. We park it off the road, a good distance from the lot. And make sure it ain't near something we'll crash into driving. That's it. Alright, man, I got you, dawg.
What?
Steal thing. Steal other thing. Move this thing. Take this thing to other place. Oh my god. And look at how many things I need to steal here. Like, look at this. Pardon me, sir. What the freak? What? You did ask and I wasn't sure what to say. I figured I'd tell you. Oh, okay. Yeah. I had no idea. I was always just like, oh, I guess he didn't want to talk about it. Okay. Oh yeah, we're coming out of the hospital. Yeah, I suppose a lot of people do that, huh? I figure that, yeah. I mean, it's a normal thing to, like, not live your life by your emotions. But also, it's human sometimes to indulge those. It's human to, like... I feel like someone would go crazy if they never acted on emotion ever. Like... It's kind of a give and take. Sometimes you do things because of emotions. Sometimes you do things because you're like, no, this is just the right thing to do. You know, that's life. In my eyes, at least. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have to go get the big fat dumpster. I have to go to the dumpster mobile. Daddy, I want to go to the dumpster mobile and buy a dumpster. It looks so epic. Look at me driving around in my station wagon. Look at how beautiful it is. My beautiful anime station wagon. The meaty mashed potato covered palms and jorts, shorts and sports. I am so beautiful. I am so lovely. My name is Trevor McGraw, famed brother of Tim McGraw. Famed husband of Faith Hill, the famed wife of Tim McGraw, who's the famed husband of Faith Hill, who's the famed wife of Tim McGraw, and then I just get stuck in a feedback loop. Oh, boiler suits, we can boil each other. It'll get rid of all of our boils. Hello, sir. I love you. The government is corrupt, government agents. Yep, that is the joke. Do you have any suits made out of knives? I want a suit that is made exclusively out of knives. It would be epic. Oh, a jerry can. I will buy this for my friend Jerry. I will buy a big fat sweaty sticky bomb. Some tear gas. Buy a flashlight for my sweaty pistol. My sweaty pisty. Okay, buy a big sweaty knife. I think I've got an SMG. Oh wait, I can... I just waste all my money here. I've got a suppressor. Yeah, let's add that crap. I can make my beautiful anime guns look pretty. I hope my wife likes the look of my adorable anime gun. I need way more ammo for this thing now. Okay, there we go. I think that's all good. What does this tent do? Like what does the separate tent actually do? By the advanced scope. Okay, grenades are full. Okay, combat PDW. I don't know what the freak that is, but alright. Just upgrade all my crap hardcore. There's nothing there. Can I buy a... Oh, I can't buy a nightstick. Okay. There we go. How to waste money. Storing me. Nathan Sample. I'm so epic. Oh, let me look like my father, the janitor. Oh yeah, these are boiler suits. There we go. We got them beautiful anime, we're corrupt in a good way. Now that is pretty much this game's humor in a nutshell. I don't disagree with you. Look at me, I'm so epic. What? Did I just have to buy these twice? Okay. I would like one soda, please, son. Oh, I love soda. Is there should be a mechanic in this game where you can drink them till you get diabetes and you go into shock? Oh, what a tasty, zesty little soda I just consumed. Oh, okay, that was an entire mission, was buying boiler suits, I guess. Oh, mission passed, Daddy. Did I do a good job, Daddy? What's up? My name is Jimmy. I'm the janitor here. Don't make me kill you, son. Are you spreading mud on my sidewalk, boy? I'm the groundskeeper of this school. Oh, you can't run from me, boy. You can't run from the law. Jimmy is the law. You son of a bitch. I am the law. Are you driving your bus in my hallway, boy? I am the law. My name is Jimmy Jones, founder of Jimmy Jones Sandwiches. I'm also the groundskeeper of this establishment, and I will kill you to death if I see you running in my hallway, boy. I'll get out my carbine rifle and I'll kill you to death. You see this bus? That's the last people who spreaded mud in my hallway, boy. Do you want to be like them? As if you do, I suggest you keep on doing exactly what you're doing, boy. Don't make me shoot you in the face with a barrel of Laffy Taffy. Give you a barrel of laughs for your ride home in a stretcher. Your ride home in a body bag stretcher. That's a stretcher and a body bag combined. Because you'll be dead, you're injured and dead. But no one will know it yet. They'll be like, oh, we can saw off the 15 fingers he got slashed off. I don't even know. He has more. There's more fingers here than there are on him, and I don't see any other fingerless people here. Was this guy inbred? Why has he got so many fingers? Why does he got so many fingers, Paul? They'll be like, I don't know, boy. Why does Darla Parton got so many breasts? And I'll be like, she's only got 2, Paul. No, you don't know anything, boy. My name is Jimmy. I am the janitor of this establishment. Don't be driving your taxis in my hallway, boy. Don't be driving your taxis in my hallway. I don't like taxis. Look at them. Oh, don't take me. You can't take Jimmy to the principal's office. I see. They're trying to capture me with their helicopter and take me to talk to the superintendent. Get me fired for my bad behavior, where I'm blowing up buses in the hallway, but I won't let them do it. You've been misbehaving, boy. Don't make Jimmy shoot you almost to death, boy. Pardon me, sir. Sir. No. Oh my god, they're shooting me in the car. Dude, I gotta take care of this stupid helicopter. The helicopters are what makes this game really hard whenever it comes to escaping from the police, because they're the ones that will just, like, keep chasing you and shooting at you. No one can escape the wrath of Jimmy. Jimmy is hell on wheels. Jimmy is the law here. Your teachers may give you a lollipop, but Jimmy gives you death. Oh my god, no. You won't take down Jimmy forever. Jimmy will come back. Because he's the groundskeeper of this establishment. You will feel the wrath of Jimmy. You will feel my wrath. Oh my god, no. No, Jimmy's life can't end this way. Oh my god, hop out. Get in. Good lord. Jimmy, not like this. Jimmy, hotwire the police car, Jimmy. You got this, Jimmy. I believe in you, Jimmy. I know parallel parking is hard, Jimmy, but you got this. Jimmy, you got this. No, Jimmy, no. Come on, Jimmy. It's your job to clean up these streets, Jimmy. You are the groundskeeper of this establishment, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Oh my god. Dang it, leave me alone. Oh my god. Get out of my way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, Jimmy, not like this. No! Jimmy's dead, everyone. Jimmy's dead. Poor Jimmy. Poor Jimmy. How could we let such a terrible tragedy happen to Jimmy, everyone? How could we let this happen? No, Jimmy. No. Jimmy! No, Jimmy! Shut up! Oh, I'm suing you. I'm going to lawsuit you to death. Ah! Oh, who would have thought I'd get that response? You know what? She can live. But you've got a fine car here. And Jimmy won't have anyone have a nicer car than Jimmy. No one's car can be nicer than Jimmy's. Jimmy's car is like his anime waifu. He takes much pride in it. That's why he's throwing it off of a cliff. Only the strongest cars, ones that can survive cliff diving, those are the ones that Jimmy chooses to drive. If your freaking puny beta car can't handle that, then, you know, I don't know what to tell you, man. That seems like a you problem. But Jimmy is the law here. Oh, I'm grinding! Oh my gosh, I was grinding. Let me grind again, please. No, it won't. The game won't let me grind again. Here I am, doing everything I can, holding on to what I am, pretending I'm a Superman. I'm trying to sleep. I lost count of sheep. My mind is racing faster every minute. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. My name is Jimmy. I'm the law around these parts. Jimmy's Revenge! Jimmy will defeat any U-Haul truck that challenges him. Look what you done did. I believe you did it, sir. I'll take your classic Impala. It's mine now. You know what? In fact, I would prefer the F-150 behind us, in fact. I'm a big fan of Ford pick-em-ups. Come on. Box up. Box up, boy. No, my pickup. My pickup. Mine. My F-150. Oh, I could haul so much hay with this. I could bring the apples to the farm in this thing. I could bring the apples to the market. Oh, sorry, sir. Oh, too bad my big fat pickup truck survived and yours didn't. In fact, I like the color of your car. Let it be mine. Oh, what's the matter, little baby? Oh, take a little nappy? Take a little nappy? A little baby can't survive a fatal car crash? What's your problem, bro? I could survive this. Because I'm epic. I could survive anything. I am invincible. Oh, look at this car. It's so good for doing the drifts. Ah, he teleported out of it. I tried to get out and the game was like, let me just do that for you, man. They just teleport you out. Oh, man. Oh, I should have gone to Carfax.com whenever I purchased this automobile. It looks like it possibly could have been in an accident. But I mean, there's no real evidence to back that up. You know, I get a feeling when I drive it. You know, there's just something about it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'll ever know what it is. I sure do like my motor vehicle, though. It's so cool looking. Everyone will think I deal meth in this car. That's truly what all cars should look like. The coolest cars are the ones, they're like torn up jeans, you know? You see someone in torn up jeans, you're like, that person is not homeless, they're very cool. You see someone in a torn up car with like trash bags over the windows, heroin needles all over the seat, rust on the bumpers, blood everywhere, ransom notes, grenades, a full manifesto. You know, you see these things and you're just like, man, that car's horrible looking. What's the deal with that? What, like why are we prejudiced against cars like that? You know, like, why can't cars be like jeans and ones that look like they were literally burned? Why can't those be the cool ones? The ones that all the kids are like, look at Jimmy's daddy. He's got an F-150 with no doors, and you have to like hold the seat belt to your side so the police don't stop you. I rode in some trucks like that as a kid. I won't say whose they were, but I rode in some trucks with people that were like that, and I remember not particularly enjoying it. But you know, now I see the value of them because they're very cool. You know, like the new trend with cars is for them to be destroyed, and you know, I respect it, honestly. And you know, it should be like that. Oh my god. Oh, sorry. I don't have any insurance, so that's your problem. Oh, excuse me, madam. I'm sorry. May I take your fedora for you? You look so beautiful. Be mine. Ah, what the hell? She's my woman! Ha ha! Judo top! Ha ha! Kaioken! You will not escape, my sweet. My woman. Oh, you are so beautiful. You are like the most beautiful woman in the world, and now you look so much better without that terrible hat on. And I will make you look beautiful. This is called foot pats. It's a Chinese technique of stomping a woman's face to break out the imperfections in her bones. You will look more beautiful than Mulan soon. Yeah, I love you. I love you. Oh, come here. We must exchange insurance information, and I must kill you to death. Why is everyone in this area of the game a construction worker? I don't understand. This poor guy. I have to lose the police. But why? Steal L garbage. Truk. Steal the truk. And it will make you fluke. My wife! She has returned! Oh, I love you so much! Oh, my beautiful wife is living again, and I'm so happy about it. It's so epic. I love it when you stomp your wife's face in and she comes back to life. It's one of the many miracles of nature. She's so gorgeous and dead, but now she's alive. I love hers. I love all 5 of her that I see wandering around the city. What would you do, everyone in chat, if you found the most beautiful woman in the world, you marry her, and then she dies, and you find out that it's not a twin, there's just 5 or 6 identical clones of her, look like her, sound like her, have the same personality, right? And they're just wandering around the city. No explanation. But you just see them while you're driving out one day and you're like, I can't freaking believe it. Is that her? And you stop and you try and talk to her and she's like, ew, who are you? Like what would you do about that? Because I would, I'd be pretty unhappy myself. I'd be, that'd be a little bit, a little annoying. Only a little bit though. I will leave the truk here. I will leave the beautiful anime garbage truck. And what's about to happen here? Oh.
Sanitation truck's there now, so don't you bother.
Oh. What a quick call that was. Let me bring up the quick save menu real quick. Okay, let me bring up the quick save and save it on my external storage here, possibly as well. Wait, what? It didn't actually let me save there, you know? There we go. There we go. Do you know there are people who professionally beg for money? Like, that's how they make their living, and they're living really well. Yeah, that's... I believe you, and that's actually really sad. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching. If you're not followed, be sure to hit that follow button. If you want to support the channel monetarily, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And I will see you all in the next stream. Thank you very much.